Today is the 17th day of June, and I am quite aware of the date today because I had something I had to do by this date.
Oh, yeah? Did you do it?
I tried.
I mean,
all you
is
can
that
do
a
is
serious
try.
question? Is that a serious
Can
question,
I
Calvin?
take a guess?
Sure.
You were supposed to start your diet?
Oh, no, I did.
Oh, okay.
I did.
That's
I'm
good.
2 cheese sticks in. I'm good, ready to go.
All right.
2 cheesesteaks.
Oh, wait.
What kind of diet is this?
Yeah.
Wait,
I
what?
like your
Please go
diet.
on.
Yeah.
Hold on. You
Tell me more.
I got to tell you the best part. You know, I started the diet today. What did I have for dinner last night?
You had the mi fao chung.
I did. I had beef chow fun.
Or, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Did you have Taco Bell yesterday?
I did not. I didn't eat anything but beef chow fun yesterday.
You can't start your diet today then.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so in. I'm so in. I feel like I'm backed up, Carmen. I'm just not. I'm ready
You've
to
been
go.
up for 10 minutes. You're 10 minutes into the diet.
it's crushing it. It's crushing it.
Crushing it. Already.
Today is June 17th, and you had to have your
You're not going to guess it, I don't think, but you can try.
tax.
Oh no! Thank God it's not due with taxes.
No.
No.
Okay.
June 17th.
June 17th.
I don't think it's going to be an easy thing for you guys to guess.
Have you told us?
I don't think so.
Okay.
It wasn't. It was something that kind of I knew was coming, but kind of crept up on me a little bit. I'll explain it. So we did discuss this on the air the other day.
You were supposed to be completely shaved by now for your transition surgery.
Yes, and once the breasts come in,
Oh.
no. For Joey's graduation, me and Pete were taking the boys to Vegas to go see Conor McGregor fight.
Oh, I know what it
Oh.
is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I bought the tickets, and then Conor McGregor bailed out of the fight.
Right.
So we have $5,000 in flights from United Airlines that are out there. So it has an expiration date on it. So I called Diane from Action on Travel, and I said, "What can I do? Because I don't have any travel plans right now." And she said, "I will call them and see if I can get you an extension." So she did. So she called and got me an extension. They sent me an email, and the email said it still had the expiration date on it of May 17th, not June, May 17th.
Okay.
But they said in the email, disregard that. You will have until June 17th to make new travel plans. I said, okay. So Joey and I start talking about what we're going to do, where we're going to go, and trying to figure something out. My problem is that I'm not in a position to take time off for work right now. So I can't do anything until like maybe Thanksgiving time. And yesterday we were trying to discuss like what would be a good time, but I don't know what he's got going on. So we couldn't really figure it out. So I call United Airlines and I say, "Hey, I'm having a problem here. I got $5,000 in money that I spent with you guys, and I don't have any travel plans yet. Can I get some sort of extension on this or something like that?" Their answer to me was, "I can have an extension on it for $900.
Oh, yeah. Give us a little bit more money.
I have to pay that. I go, "You just deduct $900 from what I have." They go, "No, you have to pay us an additional $900. I go, "That's insane. That's insane. Why would I do that?"
Doesn't seem like they're working with you, those airlines.
So I said to them, I go, "Okay, so then what do I do? Book a flight and cancel that one now? Book it for November, and then if I don't go in November, cancel that one and have another." The guy goes, "Oh, your travel thing is expired." I go, "Oh, no, it's not. It expires tomorrow, and I have the paperwork right here." And he goes, No, we have it here as voided on the thing." And I had to call Diane, and she had to call back, and she had to fight with them for an hour, and she had to call me. And the best I can do is I have to send United Airlines a detailed email trying to explain how they screwed up and how they told me that they would give me till. And other than that, I'm out $5,000.
So you're out $5,000.
I'm out $5,000.
Yeah, there's
There's no
no way.
way.
Unless you chat GPT it up and, have them
Which-
work on it, whatever. I don't know. But
And Carmen, I know we joke all the time, but $5,000 is $5,000.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not like, "Oh, it's $5,000.
How
It's
long-
$5,000.
How long ago was the Conor McGregor fight?
It was a year ago. It was their graduation. It was June
Right.
of, it was right after high school. But
Gee,
I
are you saying he had a year to try and
I'm
plan
saying
something?
a year and then an extension and then
listen, I get it,
Yeah.
but the situation is that it's not like I just going to Whiskey Willie's. I have to.
Right.
We're talking about going to Japan probably, or you know what I mean. And I can't do that until certain times of the year.
Yeah.
And it was not an easy thing to do. It wasn't like I forgot to do it. I just couldn't figure it out.
Right. I mean,
know?
they can't extend it like indefinitely because.
So they told me if I pay $900, they'll give me 6 more months.
Yeah.
So
But-
why can't they do that?
But also,
It's my money.
Right,
Okay,
it's
Carmen.
I was gonna say, but also, like Galvin has travel plans. You could have used it for that. He could have paid you. You know what I mean?
Probably non-transferable.
Not
Yeah.
transferable. I already thought because
Oh.
Amanda has flown to New Jersey a couple of times. I would have just
Right.
used it for her flights. Can't do it.
Gotcha.
Your
It's
son
very-
isn't your son flying to Chicago?
Yeah, but they're flying on Spirit or not Spirit, Southwest
Right.
because one of his friends are going and it's cheaper and they could all fly together.
I'd be more worried about that.
In Chicago?
In Chicago.
Yeah,
Maybe fly to
but
Spirit.
why can't they just now do the $900 thing? Because now you have to pay another $5,000 whenever you go to do it. They
Yeah.
got it. They got your money.
Yeah.
They're
No, I
not
know.
working with you. They're not trying to help you. You know,
and
it's
I
just-
can't. It's not like you can go. I will never fly United again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Did they offer like the insurance when you first purchased the tickets?
Probably.
Sometimes like for like $5 they'll give you flight insurance.
Well, it's not $5.
Yeah, no, it's-
yeah. I don't know. It's pretty.
I think it's usually a percentage of the total. Whatever,
Yeah.
the way they do it.
I mean, they can't just give you an indefinite ticket.
No,
to-
I don't want it indefinite. I was even willing to make plans yesterday. I was trying to
Right.
book it, and they told me it was expired. You know, I called them up and I said, "Hey, is there anything I could do? If not, I'll book something now."
Yeah.
And they told me, "Oh, this expired." I go, "But it didn't expire. You sent me an email that said it's going to say expired, but you still have 30 days." The email says that.
There's
Right.
two things happening here. One, you had trouble booking, but that's on you. You
Right.
know what I mean? That's your. And then also they said we'll give you another month. Here's an email. Disregard the other thing, and that's going to get lost in the system. You just know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that happens all the time.
The
where
only good thing about that
you
is,
talk to Sally. Well, I ain't Sally, so you're screwed.
well, I talked to Diane. I talked to Maurice yesterday, and Maurice, through his thick Bangladeshi accent,
Whoa.
said to me,
Through his what?
I mean,
his thick Bangladeshi accent,
Okay, all right.
said to me, "Give me 1 hour, 30 minutes to work on it, and I'll call you back." I said, "Thank you, Maurice. That'd be delightful."
All right.
In less than an hour, Maurice called me back, and he said, "This is expired." I go, "No, it's not, Maurice. I just explained that to you. It shows expired." I go, "I know." I go, "Listen to me. The travel agent called. Travel agent cannot extend it." I go, You're not listening to me, Mo." And then I said, "I'm going to call her and have her call you." And she was nice enough to make the phone call for me. Then she responded by saying, Maurice wasn't very helpful to the point where he hung up on me. So I had to call and speak to somebody else.
Yeah, if
I mean,
Diane
it's
can't
just-
get it done, it
Yeah,
can't
right?
be done.
Like the sweetest,
Yeah.
nicest lady in the world.
No, she gets stuff done.
And
I-
she gets stuff done.
Yeah, like-
And
yeah.
knows all the ins and outs and knows all the things to say and what to do. And yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I still think it's your fault
But what is
to a
my
degree because
what is my
the
fault?
him not booking within the
Yeah.
year is 100% his fault.
you had a year.
Them dropping the ball on, hey, we'll extend it. And here's
I was
an email.
smart enough before the year was up to call up and say, "Hey, I don't have any plans. What can I do?"
right.
And they said to me, "We will extend it another 30 days." And I was within those 30 days to do my work, so I hadn't screwed anything
yeah,
up.
if you're still within the 30 days,
I
but
am.
within like hours of the 30 days.
No, it's today.
right.
today.
It's today, and I was
Yeah.
doing it yesterday because I waited as long as I could. Couldn't figure it out. Called them to say, "What can I do?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "You're expired."
Because really, you've got in that 30 days, you had an additional year because you can book out for like a year in advance.
Yeah, but it's not. We don't have a traditional job. It's not
Yeah.
easy to wear.
I
know
get
what mean?
it.
Where we could just take days off and anytime we want to.
Did you tell him that?
I did not get to that. I did not get to that point. No.
But I will say, even though we don't have a traditional job, we do have a schedule. Like, I know we're taking a week off for Thanksgiving. I know we're taking 2 weeks off for Christmas. I know at some point you're going to take some time off for summer.
Yeah. So summer is already planned. We're going on a cruise in August, and then my next big week is November, right? So
Thanksgiving,
November,
yeah.
right? Now I have to deal with Thanksgiving. I'm looking at. I have $5,000 in credit, and my wife doesn't want to travel.
No,
so,
you don't.
Well, yeah. So now I have to go somewhere without half my family for Thanksgiving. That's not going over very well either. So it's not easy. It's not, the whole family's not going. So
This coming from a
Thanksgiving-
man who wishes his wife would die in a plane crash.
I didn't say die. I
What
just
you
wish we were.
should have done, what you could have done, is booked between Christmas and New Year's there or whatever. Just book Vegas for 2 people and go. Someone's going. Either Amanda's going or Pete's going or something's happening there.
I know you were eyeing Tokyo or Japan. I know
Yes.
that was the problem.
That's what
Right.
we were gonna do.
That
So
was holding you up.
yesterday when I called them, I actually said, "Look, I'm trying to make plans to go to Japan, but I can't. I don't have the solid dates yet. That's why I was looking for the extension because we were talking about actually doing that during Thanksgiving time."
Okay, hear me out.
I'm listening.
What if the show goes to Japan?
Okay.
Carmen, part of my thing was to call Gio and be like, "What
Of
if we just
course.
go to?" No, I'm saying like, but
Yeah.
to call everybody, but to call Gio and say, "What if we go to Oktoberfest this year?"
In.
Right,
Okay,
right.
yeah, let's
We
go.
can. I'm out $5,000 now.
But he lost it. Yeah, that was.
You
This
know,
is information we needed like 10 hours
yeah,
ago.
I feel like you should have brought this up and we could have solved this really easily.
Now we all suffer.
Can I just tell you though that in all honesty, it just seems ridiculously unfair that this is if I paid for it and I haven't used it, either give me my money back or let me book it.
That's life.
I know. Well,
Yeah.
I
Also,
trust me, I've been through it.
Also, it seems like the airlines are in business to make money, and they'll do anything to make money. You know what I mean? Like, of course, the airline, they're not going to help you. They're not. Nobody's by the way, whenever Maurice took an hour and a half, he ate his lunch and called back and said, "Yeah, it's expired."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He didn't even take an hour and a half.
He
He
ate
laughed.
his last piece of his sandwich, and then he called back and said, "Yeah, hey, dummy, it's expired."
Yeah.
And like you said, what are you gonna do? Fly somebody else,
Right.
Or fly like they know they have you.
They have the upper hand.
Well, the worst
Yeah.
part is that they're not even my airline. I'm usually Delta. I'm
Right.
usually a Delta guy.
Nah, they probably see that and they're like, "Huh, this Delta's
Yeah.
It was like whenever I had AT&T for my cell phones, and
I know exactly what you're going to say.
it was the time where the data, unlimited data, this and that, and I called them because my contract was coming up, and I said, "Hey, listen, I need to get unlimited data. I can't be paying for this." And they're like, "Well, there's nothing we can do." And I go, "Well, you're going to lose 3 customers." And they're like, "Bye."
Yeah. Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What will we
Please.
do?
Don't leave, sir.
Yeah, we did the same. That we had AT&T Unlimited, and we were grandfathered in. And every week they tried to get us off it. Hey, we'll give you a new deal if you come in.
Yeah.
We were like, nope, we're staying where we are. And then all of a sudden, everybody went unlimited, and we're like, well, hey, Verizon's doing the same thing you're doing, except it's $50 cheaper. And they were like, yeah, go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were like, all right, see ya.
See you later.
Yeah.
I went Sprint, which is now T-Mobile, I guess, right?
Yep.
They took over, so it's all the same.
There's all
That-
that.
Because that's what I had. I had Sprint since I was 18 and got my own phone plan.
Yeah.
And then it, rolled over to T-Mobile, and I was just like, yeah, I guess I'm just T-Mobile now.
Joe, you had Mint Mobile?
I did.
How was that?
It was actually great.
Really?
I had no trouble with it at all.
We'll get into it in the news, but I don't know whether if you want to go Trump phone.
I'm going Trump phone.
So
Only
is Trump,
$47.
is Trump phone more than? I thought it was just the phone. It's like a whole plan.
It's a
whole
plan,
system.
unlimited plan that cost $47.45 because
You
he's
can't do that while you're president.
president.
Why?
No, it's
$47.45.
the family. It's not Trump. It's just Trump family.
Yeah.
So he imposed tariffs that raised the price of the iPhones and all the other phones.
You're talking to a guy who is a radio guy that doesn't just sell T-shirts because I don't believe in it, let alone being a president and selling a phone.
What if you got that plan and you got a gold phone?
That'd be awesome.
That's part of it. That's part of the deal.
I saw the phone. I just didn't know. I thought it was just the phone that somebody was putting out.
It is now more than ever where I have to verify stories.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
This can't be
This
real.
can't be true.
And then I got to look and see and be like, I guess that's true. All right.
But
You know?
the crazy thing is, you're like, okay, he's president, he shouldn't do this, right? But how many other presidents have companies that are in their family business's name that do this that you just don't realize?
Oh,
like,
the worst was
Enron.
Dick Cheney.
Yeah.
Right.
Not Enron, but Dick Cheney had his company, and it was starting wars so that he can get those contracts. It
right?
was crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is pretty low level.
Yeah, no.
The
It's
crazy
it's
thing.
also not hiding it, you know.
The crazy
That's-
thing to me
yeah.
is that he was just talking about raising the tariffs which Apple said was definitely going to raise the price of the iPhone.
Right.
And then he comes out with his own phone.
And so why are we laughing? We should be
we should be
horrified by
outraged.
this,
We should be outraged,
Or-
but
or
instead I just laugh.
so
I laugh at it.
ridiculous.
It's just insane.
Oh,
I'm getting
Calvin,
a Trump
it's gonna
phone.
bother me now. What is the name of that company? What was Cheney's company?
Um,
That movie was really good about him. by the
Vice.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a documentary or was it a movie?
No, it was
No.
the one with Christian Bale.
Oh,
Where
Yeah,
he
he,
played
he gained like 40 pounds or
Halliburton.
something.
Halliburton. That's what it was.
Halliburton,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm not flying anywhere.
No.
good news for me. I did book my stuff, and I will be out in Vegas in November. So, and only taking one
For
day
what?
off.
Just to go
Yeah, just to
on
go.
a trip?
Just to go. I was planning on going, and I wanted to go around my birthday.
Who are you going with?
My wife and
you
I.
love your wife.
Oh, of course I do.
Yeah.
Do
Yes,
you not?
You travel with her a lot.
And my buddy Pete and Loretta, they may be going as well.
Whoa, new Pete.
No, yeah, we'll see. But I also, while I was looking at dates and looking at different stuff, I saw that Spirit World, the band, is playing out there.
Oh.
So I got tickets and go see that.
You don't meet a
fun.
lot. You don't meet a lot of Lorettas anymore.
No,
She's
not
the
a-
last of a dying breed.
yeah, yeah.
Mm. It's weird how those names are cyclical. You will not hear another Loretta, and then all of a sudden, in 5 years, Loretta will be the new name for.
Oh yeah, I
for
think
baby
for the
girls.
last like 3 years, Emma has been the
Yeah.
number one name.
Emma,
for-
I'm straight from the Little House on the Prairie
Yeah.
kind of days.
I feel like I need a Pete.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You've got a Pete.
Everybody's gonna.
Galvin went and got a Pete.
it's
Yeah.
fun to have a Pete.
Dizzy is Joe's Pete.
Joe
Pete,
has
yeah.
Dizzy.
I don't
You
have a Pete.
You don't have a Pete.
No.
You have Todd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
you saw
He's
what
not
that
quite.
is.
He's not quite a Pete.
No, he's not Pete.
Yeah, you need a Pete.
I feel really left out. Where can I get a Pete?
Yeah, I actually had to put your Pete, his last name into my phone, so I didn't accidentally
Oh, Pete, new Pete.
text that Pete, a different Pete. I remember a long time ago, your brother-in-law Pete. I texted him something about band practice, and he was like, "What's going on?" This is years ago. He was like, "What is happening?" And I was like, "Oh, wrong Pete."
Yeah, I have two guys on my phone named Luke that I do. They both have long Polish last names.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I constantly am telling the other one, I'm bringing the dogs to your house. He's like, okay, is it an emergency?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, wrong guy. Sorry. Oh man, have you seen the footage of the Irani news lady?
Yes.
And she's doing the news, and all of a sudden, bomb goes off behind her.
Oh.
and
Oh, yeah.
crashes through the window. It's amazing.
Better or worse than the one getting shot with the rubber bullet?
It's better. She doesn't get hurt, but it is definitely like you got to wonder what that's like to get for your building to get hit by a bomb. Like we all see a TV and we see movies and we hear the explosion and we go, you got to imagine what that's really like.
Think about, and everybody's dealt with this, so just think about this. When you've been too close to fireworks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now multiply that
Yeah.
by a million. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
Like imagine
exactly.
that. That's just crazy.
I think
Exactly.
movies desensitizes us from that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
we see it and like,
Yeah.
oh wow, it looks pretty crazy, but whatever.
I got to tell you, I like whenever in movies something like that happens, whether a bomb goes off or whatever, and it's just that silence, and you hear the
yeah.
and everything's kind of
Everybody's
foggy,
deaf,
and you're like,
yeah.
what is going on?
Did I say I saw the new Mission Impossible?
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah, it was good.
great, right?
Yeah.
You think
yeah. I
that's-
got to tell you, whenever they breach somebody's apartment or whatever, and they throw in a flashbang. Good luck trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
You know, everybody thinks they're going to be so cool and they're going to kick their gun in the air and catch it and do this.
I'm gonna
whatever.
pick it up and throw it back.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, flashbang in your face. It'd be first thing you're gonna poop your pants.
Yeah.
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 Then you're not gonna be able to hear anything, and then you're just gonna come in and wail at you. I thought Tom Hanks did a really good job of being like so
I know what you're gonna say.
overstimulated by everything that happened and stuff. When he was in the
Captain Phillips.
yeah, and was finally like safe, whatever. But he's like shaking and
Oh,
freaking out.
yeah.
And
He did such a good job acting because you felt like because he was cool the whole time,
Right.
And then he finally had a breakdown at the end.
he
you know?
knew that okay, now I'm safe. Now I can finally
Right.
let my real emotions out. Yeah, that was a good job.
What a great movie that was. That you don't get, for some reason it's like not one of those movies that's on all the time. You don't get to see it.
Yeah.
Great movie and great acting job by that kid who never acted before.
Right.
That played the terrorist.
Yeah.
I'm the captain now.
I'm the
Yeah.
captain now.
Yeah.
Because what a weird looking dude he
Didn't he
was.
win an Oscar or was
He was
nominated?
He was
Yeah.
nominated, yeah.
Yeah, who is the comedian we were just talking about?
David
David Spade.
Yeah.
You guys just
Acting's
walk
not
up.
that hard.
Not that hard. First acting job gets nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, Jennifer Hudson. He goes. Her whole career was singing. Whole career singing. Couldn't win a singing contest. Came in like 8th place, American Idol, whatever. Waltzes over to movies. First movie, Academy Award.
That's so funny. Nick Swartzen is supposed to be here on Friday.
Yeah, they're buddies.
Yeah, I for some reason I feel like that's not going to happen.
Oh yeah.
For two
Well,
words.
did Gio set it up?
No. Worse. Chad Zumach.
Yeah.
But I know that they're friends.
Yeah, he
And
toys
he
with them a
opened
bit.
for him.
Yeah.
And according to Chad, Nick wanted to come on the show because he wants to promote Happy Gilmore too.
Okay.
And he's got dates in town and stuff. But and then Chad hit me up yesterday and he was like, hey, Nick wanted me to send you his phone number. He'll be there Friday, but just in case. I'm like, oh, what does that mean? Just in case. I don't like that. I don't
The
like the way
show's
that
on
goes.
Saturday.
Nick's show?
I think so.
Yeah, but I guess he's coming into town.
Yeah.
So I know Adam Sandler popped up at the Comedy Cellar yesterday.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, doing stand up. So
That's got to be cool if you're just sitting there and then you're like, Adam Sandler.
I mean, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like they'll just be like Chris Rock. You know, it's amazing. You can go there on any night during the week, and well, mostly weekends, and see amazing comedians there. But the ones that just drop in, and during that, if I was up in New York every night during the SNL 50, I would have just went there and hung out just to see who came by.
Yeah,
for sure.
It was great. It was great.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Happy Gilmore 2 is like everywhere, being promoted everywhere. You know, every NHL game, it's on the boards. They're doing all the different stuff and all the different shows and everything. Comes out in July, so we'll see.
You know what's so funny is that I was watching the U.S. Open this weekend. For a guy who hates golf, I could watch golf all day.
Yeah,
I don't want to play it.
it's easy. It's
You're
good.
officially old.
It's a good background, easy.
Plus,
But
it ended in like a exciting fashion. The guy made the big long
putt,
70-yard
the
putt or
putts,
whatever, 70-foot putt.
It's interesting for me to watch, and I all of a sudden I start recognizing who the golfers are and start liking a guy and why, and then I start going, you know, like I don't want to do it, but I'm like, well, I would hit it to the right. I'm a caddy.
Yeah,
now.
you
Gotta read the green.
Figured it out.
Yeah.
You know when you're really old?
Uh-huh.
When you start watching golf without sound.
Oh yeah, you don't need sound.
You know when you're really old is when you start going to the golf things and walking around.
Oh,
that's
that's too much
amazing
walking.
to me.
Too
That's
much walking
amazing
for
to
me.
That's
yeah,
wild.
I like my friends. Even Tony will go to the Masters.
Yeah.
Nothing about that
No.
is interesting to me. I don't want to be around a bunch of frat guys. I don't want to be around a bunch of get in the hole guys.
Oh, get in the hole.
Yeah,
Get
I
in the
would-
hole.
get in the
I-
hole on a 400-yard drive.
Right.
Your first drive, you're hitting the thing, and you're like, get in the hole. It's like, there's
Even
never a
a-
chance to get in the hole.
Even a 7-foot putt, get in the hole. Yeah, that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah,
We know,
yeah.
get in the hole. That's the whole thing. What's worse, get in the hole or defense?
Get in the hole.
Get in the hole first?
Yeah,
All right.
defense is fine.
What would you rather see less?
Defense is part of the game. You have to have a couple of defenses at the game, even though they're dumb.
What would you rather see less? Golf live in person or car racing live in person?
Car racing.
Yeah.
Although car racing, I don't have to travel with the sport.
Wow.
I can just sit still.
See, I think I
loud.
understand going to golf only because I'm someone who golfs. I'd want to see the course. I'd want to see a course that I would never be able to play.
But
You know what I
listen,
mean?
I went to
Because
Pebble
those green
Beach.
fees are like $1,000 or something
Yeah.
crazy.
I went to Pebble Beach and I looked at it and I was like, cool. We ate lunch there. It was nice. I was like, great. Now we leave.
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beautiful,
Yeah.
but I'm not here to play golf. I'm here to eat.
Right.
I'll go to Top Golf, eat nachos.
Yeah.
Much
better.
Top golf is great.
Much
Top
better.
golf.
Yeah.
is so
We just went
good.
this last weekend again.
You did?
Yeah, it's fun.
My daughter's been asking me to go golfing. Like she wants to go golf. I don't know what she. I got it. Hello.
Oh, take her to Top Golf first.
No,
See if
she's
she-
been to
Oh,
Top
really?
Golf,
Okay.
yeah, but she's like, can we go? I think she wants to hit it in the hole.
Oh,
I don't know what that's all about.
all right.
But don't.
Probably because she sees the golf carts around the neighborhood and stuff and looks fun.
I don't know. We had a golf cart forever and nobody used it. We got rid of the golf cart. Everybody wants a golf cart.
What if she's like an amazing golfer? You just don't know it.
I know it. She's not. She,
Oh, okay.
she actually went golfing. She took golfing lessons when she was younger,
Right.
and she was not. She didn't enjoy it, and she was not good at it.
Yeah.
What did you do with your golf cart?
I got rid of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just-
Joey had bought a car.
He put a brake on the gas pedal and it's in the
Just let it go. I was like, I need a golf cart.
For what?
Chad.
Oh,
for the football field.
For school, yeah. Listen, it's insane. He started wearing his watch because he'd always come home. I'm so tired. I'm like, you're a gym teacher. What are you tired? You know what I mean? He's like, I walk so much. I was like, oh, shut up. You have to walk to the front office.
I knew a guy walked 13 miles in Disney.
Oh.
Yeah.
This man walks 10 to 15 miles a day.
I wish to God my wife was a quarter of the cheerleader that you are for Chad.
Yeah.
A quarter of it. I'd be happy.
Oh.
Listen, the time I went to the game at Chamberlain, I parked my car and I felt like I walked 10 miles just to get to the stadium.
Yeah.
Chad does that probably like 20 times a day.
That's a big ass school.
Yeah. And so his class is literally on the farthest opposite side from the office. So, and he has to go up to the office like 5-10 times a day.
Right.
And like I said, he started wearing his watch. A low day is 8 miles.
Jesus.
For
I don't think
him.
Disney.
That's why he has pizza 3 times a week.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But like he's just, a golf cart would definitely help. So that's my next project.
So if somebody is selling a golf cart, I wonder, I bet you this is probably true. I don't know for sure. I would bet you because there's got to be a charity involved with Chamberlain, right?
Yes, the Legacy Alliance.
Okay, so somebody could donate the golf cart to the charity and then write it off. So if you're selling a golf cart for $2-3 grand and you can't get rid of it, you can donate it to the school and then write it off.
Yeah.
That's also a good move.
Putting it out there. If
Putting
anyone's
it out
doing
there,
that,
Carmen. I'm sending the feelers out.
thank you.
Yeah.
That would be
for the
that'd be
kids.
huge.
God forbid
Yeah.
Chad should lose an ab.
Yeah.
Put the vibe out there.
You donate the golf cart, and we'll even kick in $5,000 worth of air miles.
That you can't use.
That's not even nice.
Anybody want to fly to Japan?
Oh.
You got to do it tomorrow, though.
Yeah.
Dr. D was in Japan last week, and just seeing this pictures got me all fired up again. I want
Yeah.
to go back. Yeah.
It does look cool.
It's so much fun. So much fun. How about Joey went to dinner last night, and somebody was at the restaurant wearing one of his shirts.
That's
he
cool.
didn't
Oh,
know.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
That's like
That's
the first
awesome.
time you see a bumper sticker with the show. You're like,
Yeah.
It's us.
Did
Yeah.
he say anything? Did he?
No, he was. I was like, at least go up and introduce yourself. He's like, no.
Oh, yeah, you got to.
I totally would have, and I would have sent like the guy that goes whatever his bird dog shorts or whatever golf thing, and he goes out to golf places and he's like, those shorts look terrible. I own this, whatever. I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you a couple pair, or whatever.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Joey's not quite at that point yet.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break and we will get the show moving this morning. Stuttering John is going to join us on the show today. Stuttering John lives here now, and he lives in Cape Coral, and he's going to be doing some comedy. We're going to talk to him in the 9 o'clock hour. And we've got Mike Calta's vacay payday, where I am. Now, what time are we doing that?
8 o'clock.
Oh, my God. I'm giving you money today.
Yes.
How much money?
Be listening for the keyword. $1,000.
What?
Yeah.
And it's more frequently.
Yes.
First one's at 8, next one's at 9.
9.
Yeah.
I
so-
can't afford this. I can't afford this. I'm already $5 grand in the hole. All right, Mike Calta vacay payday works the same way as the bone bonus. You need to download the app. We'll give you the keyword at 8 o'clock, and then again at 9 o'clock. You put it in the app, and you can win $1,000.
It's every hour.
Every hour.
Yeah.
Starting at 8
10,
o'clock.
11, 12.
Oh
yeah,
my
it goes
God.
all the way till 5.
Through the whole. Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be broke. It's great WWE acting. We'll take a quick break. Sporkle's next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. What were you doing on Instagram with the thing in your mouth?
Oh,
What?
I did not.
What?
Sure, that wasn't OnlyFans.
I missed that.
I was flipping through, and you put some sort of stick in your mouth, and then started painting your lips.
Oh, my lip stain.
The hell
So-
is lip stain?
So it's basically like a lipstick, but it doesn't come off. It kind of just like stains your lips.
Gross.
No, but I put a Q-tip in because this is the trick that I found because I have little bird peckers.
I've been told the same thing.
What?
I don't have big lips. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So when I put on lipstick, it's really easy for me to like mess it up and make it look like a 5-year-old did it.
Because you got a little baby pecker?
Yes, because I have little bird lips.
Right.
So you put a Q-tip in and it helps create the line.
Little arc.
Yeah, where like your lips meet, the top and the bottom.
This is the first time in my life I'm hearing about lip stainer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, lip stain has been a thing for like a couple years now, but basically it's just a form of lipstick that like doesn't rub off. You know, like if your wife wears lipstick and you guys kiss and then you have it on you.
Oh yeah. So it's lipstick. It's just
but
Okay.
it just like kind of pigments your lips without having anything on it afterwards.
Gotcha.
Like once you wipe it off, it's gone, but your lips have the color.
Okay. I got
Yeah.
you. I got you.
So, So
It's
anyway,
weird to watch.
but yeah, that was me getting ready. I did a get ready with
This
me
morning?
video. No,
Oh.
no,
I was like,
obvious.
wow.
I don't. You clearly
I can't see you
Bone
right now.
TV.
Yeah.
No, that was for date night on Sunday.
Oh.
I got ready. I got like some new makeup and stuff because I'm working on some things and I'm gonna be on video and film and stuff.
What do you got?
Oh,
going on?
yeah,
What
what's
do you
up?
got
Yeah.
going on?
I can't like say it, but
Why?
because it's not like official yet.
Is
Like-
it for a sponsor? Is it for TV? Is it for?
No, it's for social media. I did tell you about it. I told you
I don't pay
NGO.
attention.
I know, but I told you NGO about it.
Yeah, she
Okay.
did.
And again, like once it's official, I will tell you.
right.
Obviously, but we don't want.
Well, make sure you
people-
stain those lips.
Yeah. We don't want people like stealing stuff
Gotcha.
before it
Be
happens.
biting off your plate.
You got to go soft launch, then hard launch.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but because I'm going to be on social media and stuff like that, I'm like working out my makeup routine.
Okay. Yeah.
To
you
make
can't,
sure.
You can't be looking like a hag.
Right, like I
Right.
do here.
Right.
I saw Carmen's video. She gets all dolled up for Sunday date night, and then Chad grabs his nicest Chambo football t-shirt.
Chad's living the Albert
Yeah,
Einstein
no, I
way,
get
where
it.
you just I mean, look who's talking.
yeah,
Yeah,
You gotta
Mr. Bucks FSU.
yeah. You got to promote the brand. I get it.
Right.
Well,
I'm with you.
And the funny thing is, he even asked me because, like, I put my dress on and stuff, and I like walked downstairs. He's like, "Oh, you look really nice. Do you want me to change?" And I'm like, "No." I think Chad was I'm
We get
obsessed
it.
with him.
Yeah.
But no, like him in some joggers and a t-shirt, that's my man. That's like,
Yeah, but if you're like going out to a restaurant, you don't want to look like a coach.
yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
She likes that look.
That's like he puts on a suit and of course he looks nice, but I don't need him to.
Yeah.
Joggers and a t-shirt. That's
He must have a huge hug.
Yeah.
You are so whipped.
Listen, when he's on the sideline, he looks really cool. And I
That's
wish,
like-
damn,
right?
I wish I could look cool like that.
yeah, like that. But also me, like I like to be comfortable. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah.
like my sundress, like I wear that, like no bra and just some underwear underneath. You know what I
You're
mean?
trying to get us turned on. It's not working.
I promise you,
You
I
have me
am.
at Chad and joggers.
Stick your Q-tip in your lip stain. Whatever.
All right, let's give that stuff away right now with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Galvin won yesterday. There is no rule. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today we're gonna play colorful things. Can you name the colorful things when given their description?
All right.
Okay. Your first one, energy drink.
Red Bull.
Galvin. Oh yeah. 1971 Stanley Kubrick film.
Clockwork Orange.
Galvin. Telephone directory.
Yellow
Yellow
Pages.
Galvin. Dr. Seuss book.
Green Eggs and Ham.
Mike. Levi's or
Buffalo
Wrangler.
Blues. Oh.
Blue jeans.
Oh.
Who said that?
I did.
Me.
Yeah, Geo. Your next one. U.S. military decoration.
Green
Beret.
Purple Heart.
Purple Heart is what I was looking for. Mike. Film series with Clouseau.
Pink Panther.
Yes, Mike. Male Peanuts character.
Charlie Brown.
Galvin.
The main character.
Yep.
Popular card game.
Blackjack. Jesus.
Oh,
You gotta
that's
be
so-
kidding me.
over-
I'm going through red diamonds.
Yeah.
Rummy.
Galvin. Home of the U.S. President.
White House.
Geo. Awards presented by the HF.
Golden Globes.
Mike. And Pap. We are halfway there.
Gio has 2 points on the board. Michael doubling that with 4. And Galvin is your leader by 1. He's winning with 5.
All right, we are playing colorful things. Your next one, U.S. coin worth 20 nickels.
So $1.
Geo,
Coin.
inlet separating Africa and Asia.
Black Sea.
Red Sea.
Oh.
Red Sea.
Black
Galvin.
Sea, Africa.
Wow.
Easy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Easy.
But I
Wow, man. Put it out there.
Your next one,
12 years of sea.
That was on last night. 12 years a slave. That is rough.
I can't
I
watch
thought you were going to
that.
say this is great.
oh, easy. Third most populous land division of California.
What did it say again?
Third most populous land division of California.
Redwood.
I know it's gonna be so easy.
Orange County.
Yep.
Viral disease illness.
Yellow fever.
Galvin.
Oh, viral. The old school viral.
Mm.
Masters golf tournament prize.
Green
The
jacket.
Green jacket. Galvin. Toronto MLB team.
Blue Jays.
Mike. Prince's song
Purple
and
Rain.
album. Mike. Author of the Da Vinci Code.
Brown.
Brown. Ah.
Galvin. Dark form of sorcery.
Black
Dark
magic.
Magic.
Galvin. And Pap Pap. We
Damn it.
are on the last 3.
Stupid.
No movement on Gio. 3 points there. Michael doubling that score with 6. And Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 10.
Oh. Run away.
All right. I need all 3.
All right. Colorful things. Last 3. Here we go. Character in Treasure Island.
Blackbeard.
Bluebeard.
Character in Treasure Island.
Graybeard.
Long John Silver.
Ah.
MLB Superior Defense Award.
Gold glove.
Galvin. And your last one. Friend of the 7 Dwarfs.
Snow White.
Galvin.
Slutty.
Whoa.
I don't like that.
I watched the new one. It sucked.
Yeah.
Did
I
it
heard
really? Why?
That girl's a bitch.
Yeah.
I,
I
not-
mean, is that why?
I don't think you
Yeah.
could have anybody play that part. I thought it was horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
I watched about 10 minutes of it.
But
Like,
what was like so different from the cartoon?
well, the for one, the CGI with the dwarves is horrible.
Yeah.
It looks. I don't think you could have had any actress. I think it still would have been garbage.
The storyline
Yeah.
was just like really terrible.
I mean, it wasn't the same story as regular Snow White.
It was, but they didn't tell it like
Yeah, it's
Well.
weird.
Interesting.
Like,
I
she-
did not.
She's catching all the crap for it being her fault. I think the movie's just garbage.
Well, she's catching all crap because she was talking crap about
Right,
it.
yeah.
Right.
Miserable.
but
you know.
that's not why the movie sucks. I don't
The
think.
movie's just
I know, but
boring.
That's why she's getting a lot of heat.
most of the remake live whatever versions, like Lion King and stuff like that, have been great.
Yeah.
I think personally, but this one it was just like the story is the same. They just draw out the boring parts
No.
instead of, you know what I mean?
I'm just glad my daughter has no interest in it.
Yeah,
I
I put it
watch
on and I worked on my puzzle the whole time.
You're so cute. Just sitting there doing puzzles, watching Snow White, putting on lip stainer. Galvin, what line are you playing for?
Line 5, please.
All right. Good morning. Who is this?
Hey, Joseph.
Hey, Joseph. You're the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you here during the break, and we'll hook you up with a prize, buddy.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a great day. There you go. That's line 5, Carmen.
Got it.
We did not get the final score.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, come on, man, yeah.
Your final score, Gio with 3 points
Oh,
on
we
the
did.
board.
No, we didn't.
No, Michael with 6. And Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 12.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Enjoy it.
What do we have coming up in news, Calvin?
Coming up in news today, we have Me Bounds, Dog of Dogs, and Fat and Mad.
Oh,
I love the
describe
Me
whole
Bounds.
show. right, Galvin, as your news, we'll take a quick break. We'll do that next. Don't forget, you're listening to win $1,000 coming up at 8 o'clock this morning with the Mike Calta Vacay Payday. We'll give you the keyword. You'll put it in the app. You can win $1,000. That is coming up. This is 102.5 The Bone. Friday night, our band Pitbull Toddler will be out for the first time in a long time as we start our dive bar tour at Whiskey Willie's in Lutz. Very excited about this.
No excuses, by the way. All the people are like, I can't get down to Sarasota, or I can't you play over here, blah, blah, blah.
You guys never play in
Hillsborough County.
Yep.
Right there.
Right
Easy
there.
to find.
And almost on the border of Hillsborough, Pasco.
Yeah.
So we're putting it right in the middle of two counties for you.
Yeah.
Early start, 9:30 to 11:30. We'll be melting faces out there at Whiskey Willie's this Friday night. Come out and grab a couple of Bud Lights with us.
I'm gonna pack that place. I went.
The place is gonna be
fire
fun.
codes.
Yeah.
I want people to come and be like, too many people.
There will be, but no. Speaking of fire code, let's just say there will be no fire.
No fire.
Yeah, I mean,
no,
we're like Great White. We're not doing that.
No.
I bet there's asbestos in those ceilings.
At most, I put glitter on my snare and hit it hard.
That's good. I like that. Sexy. That is all coming up this Friday night. Right now, time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story: 6 of the group of 7 leaders are trying on the final day of their show to
what?
Yeah, I know, Jesus. Final day of their Tuesday to show the Wealthy Nations Club still has clout to shape the world events despite the early departure of President Donald Trump. Prime Minister Mark Carney and his counterparts from the UK, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan will be joined by President Zelensky and the NATO chief to discuss Russia's relentless war on its neighbor.
That's interesting that you could be the president of a country in the middle of a war and you could leave to go to Canada.
Yeah.
I'm going to, I mean, I get it, but that's weird that you'd think that you'd have to be in the home base. But I guess not.
He may have taken off. President Trump may have left to go and work on his phone deal. President Trump has announced his own cell service, Trump Mobile, with an unlimited plan that cost $47.45 a month because he was the 45th and 47th president. Couldn't do it the other way. You will also get a gold phone with that deal.
I don't understand. I mean, I do understand. There's going to be a bunch of the people wearing the red hats having gold phones.
Sure.
Yeah. I would. I mean, I don't know. I'd have I'd use a Vladimir Putin phone if it was $24. But I don't. It's not. How much are phones now? What am I paying now?
Well, I mean, I don't think that includes a phone. That's the plan.
Yeah, that's just the service.
So you don't get the phone for that?
I mean, you can get the phone.
You'll also be able to get the gold phone, whatever. But it's just like your service now. You have your service but your phone cost whatever the phone costs.
Listen to me. I like the president. I think he does some weird stuff. I like him. Okay, but I'm going to tell you this right now. This is going to remove all doubt. If I see you with a gold phone, I think you're an asshole. I'm just telling you right now. If you're walking around in the mall or on your gold phone at a red light, I look over at you and I'm thinking, that's a huge asshole right there.
So you said Mint Mobile, and that's Ryan Reynolds who owns that, right?
Right.
Mint Mobile. I saw a commercial, and I didn't hear all the details, but I did hear him say, now you're able to text with friends, and it doesn't show up green, and you don't have the video that you send doesn't look like it was recorded in 1984, and da-da-da-da-da. So are
They've
doing
upgraded?
So are they doing it? Because there was the thing where Apple was like, hey, Android, you're not going to be able to talk to our people because, we're going to make you look like the idiot because you have the green text and you have the video footage that comes through that's all pixelated and everything.
Right.
So now I guess Mint Mobile either has worked out a deal or figured something out.
Yeah, I think Apple recently just allowed Android to I think it's called the SMS messaging.
Okay.
That makes it where it's compatible so you don't lose resolution and stuff. Yeah.
So that's smart because, I mean, that's cheap. And like we've talked about before, every server is like the same thing. They're all on the same towers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whether you have Verizon or T-Mobile or that, there's that Straight Talk or whatever from Walmart, and they even say that in the thing. We're on the same towers, the same exact towers that you're using right now, and ours is $35 a month.
And but I got to find out what I'm paying.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm paying.
I think I'm paying around for 3 phones. I think I'm paying somewhere in the ballpark of $200 a month.
I have 5 phones because of my wife and then my 3 kids, and I paid $350 something.
Yeah.
So that's what I have. I have my wife and my 3 kids, Juliana, Joey, and Joe.
So now what happened?
Joe, what do you pay?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I was paying like 35 on Mint Mobile, but then Michael decided to facilitate
I got Joe's phone.
But that's the
phone
thing.
situation.
Think about that.
Thank you,
If you're paying how much per month? $350?
Yeah, it's
somewhere
like
around there?
$350.
And then if it got cut down to $150 or $180,
Yeah.
and you still have all the same stuff, you can still use that phone.
Listen, I'm all for it. If they said you could have the same phone and everything, we'll just cut your service cost down.
I don't know. So I'm still using my iPhone,
You're still using your iPhone.
but I'm on Mint Mobile now.
Well, I don't know about Mint Mobile. I know Straight
I'm
Talk
on
has the
Straight Talk
iPhone.
Wireless.
Yeah,
It's the same thing.
yeah.
Why isn't everybody doing it?
Because status.
The status.
Well,
who knows?
Do they have? I know some of them though don't have as many towers with as much coverage. I know that.
I need solid coverage.
Yeah.
So I can ignore all the phone calls I get.
Because I remember my brother-in-law used to have Sprint, and there were times where he wouldn't have coverage, and he switched to Verizon.
Oh man, I don't know.
But I don't know.
I feel like just leave it alone.
I've had AT&T forever
Right.
because originally they were the only place you could get the iPhone. So I got the iPhone because AT&T had it exclusive.
Right.
And then I just stuck with it forever.
Well, I ditched them because they would, like we talked about this morning, they wouldn't cut us any deals.
Yeah.
And Verizon did.
So this says Straight Talk provides coverage by leasing access to networks of major carriers like Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile. Its coverage is essentially the same as the network it utilizes in a specific area. Compared to Straight Talk coverage will depend on the underlying network used in particular locations. For example, if using the Verizon network through Straight Talk, the coverage will be similar to Verizon coverage in that area. So when you're in different
whatever it's pop on.
yeah.
Right.
So it almost sounds like it might be better.
Yeah. Whatever the stronger network is, it goes to that.
Yeah.
And I'll never change it.
Nah.
Yeah. But you have to own your phone, because a lot of people lease the phone where
Right.
it's like just build that into your payment each month, whatever.
Yeah.
Because the phones are expensive.
Oh, $1,500 phone.
Yeah.
But I feel like I should own it by now.
Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
I don't know. I don't know. It's so much better when I just let my wife pay the bill.
But
Not
that's
pay
the thing.
attention to
But
it.
that's the thing too. Is whenever you go. By the way, they always, hey, you're available for that. This sounds too good to be true. All right, I'll go in. I'll get the new phone, whatever. But whenever you go to get the new phone, and like for me, there's 3 of us, and they go, okay, you can pay for the phones now, and that's going to be $6,000.
Yeah.
Or we can just put it on your bill and you pay $5 a month.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
just do that, I guess, whatever.
Meanwhile, you realize you paid $8,000.
Right,
for the
exactly.
same
Yeah,
phone.
it's just like if you bought a
Yeah.
house, you buy a house, $300,000 house, whatever. You're actually paying, $800,000 for that house over the course of the next,
because of interest and stuff.
right? Yeah. All
Hey,
that's just
Tony
crazy.
just sent me something interesting. He said, "Who's the bigger asshole, the guy with the gold Trump phone or the guy with the Cybertruck?" I find that most guys that I know that have Cybertrucks are in fact assholes, but I feel like the Cybertruck is the closest thing we've had to the change in the shape of a car in my lifetime. Like, they're rockets. They made rocket cars, and it's they're dumb looking. But they're the first thing that's different, and they're electric, and they're fast, and they have a trunk that can carry stuff like a truck. I don't know. I kind of like the Cybertruck. I don't want one, but I kind of like it. They look dumb, but
They look cool inside. I
Yeah.
can tell you that they look really cool inside.
But I don't want one. It's not for me. But I don't think that the people although I got to tell you, 9 out of 10 people I know that have them are complete assholes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
it's a status thing too.
it is. But
Because
like,
some of those Cybertrucks all decked out are like $80,000-$90,000
right.
cars.
Like when I had my Hummer, when the Hummer first came out, like in 2004, I like when I had my first one. I love that car. and it was great. I wasn't buying it for a status. I like the fact that I had a giant truck. You know,
I think if you have a Cybertruck, you're hey, look at me. Because have you ever seen the inside of one? They are like minimal. There's like nothing inside of them. They're
they
so
look
weird.
Kind of cool, and they get the job done, and they're better than just a normal Tesla.
I mean, I think it looks like a giant refrigerator going down the street.
It does, but it's the first time we've had a different shaped car in our lifetime. We've never had a car that looked anything remotely close to that. That's the car of the future.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, it's the first time we've ever had anything look cool like that, and even though cool is subjective.
Are you trying to convince yourself to get a Cybertruck?
No, it's not for me. I don't. It's not practical. I think I'd feel uncomfortable driving it. I don't want an electric car.
You definitely notice them when they're going down the street.
Yeah.
But I think that's whoever owns one. That's what they want.
That's why I'm saying most of the people that I know that own them are those people.
Yeah, it's a lot of midlife crisis people as well.
But that's a lot of cars. That's a lot of cars.
True.
You know, the majority of people are getting a car that's reliable and that gets them to A to B, whatever. But then if you have the money to do it, you're getting a car that says, hey, check me out.
Yeah, I guess the same if you're buying like a new Corvette or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I remember I bought a Porsche because I wanted to go fast.
Yeah.
We had to drive back and forth to St. Petersburg, and I wanted to be able to drive fast. That's why I bought it. I didn't care who noticed me. That's why I got a blue one and not a red one, you know?
But that doesn't make sense because all cars go fast.
Yeah.
No, but dude, I was driving the Hummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was driving the Hummer.
I know, but what I'm saying is you could got a Chevy Malibu and it does 130.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it doesn't do 130 like a Porsche does.
No. It doesn't handle and it's not smooth and everything else.
Big difference.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to travel at that speed. But I really, Galvin, I was driving the Hummer, and the Hummer is maxing out at 65 miles an hour, and it sounds like a tank rolling down the street.
Oh, yeah.
And I got in that Porsche, and you're doing 130 before you even know it.
By the way, we know nothing about cars.
Nothing.
We've talked about that before.
Nothing.
So get this. So whenever I went up to Destin, I had the tire thing, whatever. When I got up to Destin, I got all new tires.
Right.
Nice tires, good tires, all 4 new tires. I fill up my gas tank and it tells me how much mileage I have, from that tank of gas. Normally, it's right around 435. That's the full tank of gas. New tires, I filled it up the other day and it was 560. And I went, did I open some new thing? It's because of the tire, because of the mileage. The tire. I think that's what it is, right?
It's the only change you made.
If anybody knows anything about cars,
I don't.
I'm assuming that's what it is, unless I open some sort of new pocket that has more gas, thing in there.
I will tell you this. I'm driving my Stingray Chevrolet Silverado.
Yeah.
Is it diesel?
Mm.
I can't remember the last time I got gas.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how I'm
really
filling up once a month.
You don't really go anywhere, though.
I do it, dude. I'm telling you, I'm trading those trucks in before you know it because I'm using them a lot, and I'm hardly put any miles on. I mean, I hardly use any gas in that car.
I'll tell you something, and Joe can attest to this. You want to think about never getting gas again? Ride a motorcycle. Motorcycle is unbelievable. You'll go weeks and weeks and go like, when did I fill up? Like, how am I riding this for so long?
Shake it back and forth and know there's still gas in the tank.
and the best thing about the motorcycle is the reserve.
Yeah,
even if you run out of gas, you just click the reserve and you used to have enough to get to a gas station.
That's the way the H1s are. The H1's got a second tank.
Oh yeah,
that's
a good move. The Thunder beat the Pacers last night to take a 3-2 lead in the NBA Finals. Game 6 will happen in Indiana on Thursday at 8:30.
You like to win at home, but you probably won't. You'll probably win in Indiana.
I think this is done. I think this is done. I had called Thunder in 6, so we're on schedule for it. We'll see what happens. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on TNT and True TV. Tonight, the Florida Panthers host the Edmonton Oilers. The Panthers lead that 3-2 going into tonight's game.
True TV?
Yeah.
What is that all about? Oh, just stick it wherever we can.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like at the NBA Finals, they have it on ABC.
Yeah, that's on a major network.
And I think maybe TNT as well, whatever. But TNT and True TV. Well, I don't know. I guess ESPN's busy. I don't know. In the lead up to the 4th of July, a study ranked the most patriotic states in America across 13 different metrics that they measured and stuff.
Missouri,
you say, is most or least?
Most. Branson.
No.
Oh.
Most patriotic state in
Texas.
America? No.
Massachusetts.
No.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
I'm thinking Northeast for
Pennsylvania.
sure.
No.
Oh.
You're getting closer.
Virginia.
Tennessee.
Virginia. Virginia was the most patriotic state. Arkansas was the least. Florida came in 5th least.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You would think.
Arkansas.
Yeah. Least patriotic.
Can you think of any
Patriotic.
reason to ever go to Arkansas?
No.
No, right? Like in my lifetime, there'll be nothing that. Well, you'll probably drive through it at some point.
Probably. I think I already have actually.
Yeah,
But we didn't stop. There's nothing there.
nothing.
No.
I can't picture anything that'll bring me to that area.
No.
In that whole square area.
Maybe a college football game, and that's a stretch.
If I got to play in the college football game, I wouldn't go there.
And to let you coach the game.
I'm out.
Yeah, I just put in what to do in Arkansas, and it says Arkansas offers a diverse range of attractions and activities. Explore natural wonders like Hot Spring National Park, Blanchard Springs Caverns, or Crater of Diamonds State Park.
Oh, I do like
the
that.
only public diamond mine in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably empty or else it would be packed all the
You
time.
never know.
Yeah,
you
you
never
never
know. You get that one where some 10-year-old kid is like, I don't know, is this diamond? And then it's the size of his
Then you
fist.
hit that kid with a rock really hard and you take the diamond.
100%.
Yeah.
If you listen to me,
Uh-huh.
seriously,
You push that kid down.
there's a 10-year-old kid.
Right.
You're looking for diamonds. He's looking for diamonds.
Sure.
He's far away from his parents. He finds a diamond.
Yep.
You know it's a diamond. He thinks it's a diamond.
Yep.
It's the size of your fist.
Hmm.
I mean, millions of dollars. What do you do?
You tell him, oh, no, that's a hunk of glass. It's very common.
No. This is a diamond. I'm going to go show my parents. And starts walking away.
You got to hit him with a shovel.
Oh,
You got to hit him with a shovel.
Oh my God.
You got to hit him with a shovel, and you got to. I mean, come on, how big a diamond the size of your fist?
I got to
That's
tell you,
generational wealth.
I don't know whether I hit him with the shovel, but I grab it from him and I take it back. And then he goes, he stole my diamond. I go, get out of here. I found the diamond. Don't lie. Don't be a little liar.
Hit him with the shovel. He never says a word. Never says a
Well,
word.
he never says a word again. He's dead.
Yeah. You got the diamond.
floating down the river.
And you were standing there with your big fist-sized diamond.
Yeah.
I tell him, I say, this is not a diamond. Let me hold on to it. If you tell your parents will die.
Oh.
So it's our secret going forward.
Yeah.
Just you and me. I'll hold
I'll
on to
kill your
this.
dog.
That's
But
traumatic.
if you take that diamond from that kid and you have all those riches and stuff, is that enough to make you feel guilty that you can't enjoy the rest of your life? No, but listen to me.
Forget who you're talking to.
No.
Like, you know that you stole that diamond
I
from
keep
that
the
kid.
shovel.
Yeah, but this is this situation where you the kid now decides and plans that he's going to
Avenge.
grow up and
Oh,
he's going to
yeah.
Like
avenge
Vito
you.
Corleone.
Then he shows up at your door
Yeah.
in the middle of the night with a mask.
I told you it was a diamond.
Let's just say it's $600 million.
Okay.
And you get $600 million.
I'll break the kid off $20 million.
I was going to say, do you do like an anonymous?
Not anonymous. I go, listen.
I know you thought you found it, but I
Right,
really found
Right.
it.
Now here's a shovel to remind you, and here's $20 million.
Yeah.
Let's keep your mouth shut.
I think now you got to kill the kid.
Oh my
I
God.
told you. Shovel
Yeah,
right
I
to
didn't,
the
think,
back of the head.
I didn't think about him coming for revenge when he gets
Yeah.
older. Yeah.
Oh my God. Your son is dead. Side note, look at this diamond I found. Yeah, I don't know how that's going to play.
Yeah.
We'll see.
He fell on the shovel.
Yeah. Today is National Mascot Day. Best mascot in sports is
Forever or now?
all time.
I mean, everybody's going to say the Philly Fanatic is one of the most popular. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was best.
Is it pro sports only?
Oh, I don't actually have a list or anything
Oh.
like that.
Yeah.
I'm just asking from my knowledge what I would say. San Diego chicken, right? Like that's all
Chicken
time.
was pretty popular.
That was all time. That was like
Yeah.
the one that really put them over the top. And then everybody, Philly Fanatic, all the different ones. But I mean,
See, I always think of the video of the who is it? The Panther dancing it's the college team. I know it starts with a P. Maybe Penn State. Yeah. That Panther, like he does the dance and stuff like that, and it went viral. That was
Yeah.
like one of the first things that really blew up on the internet.
I don't know a lot of things about college mascots.
yeah.
I know like a lot of the NBA mascots used to do the crazy dunks and
Dunks,
stuff
yeah.
off the trampolines.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I got to tell you, I'm still always so confused. Great job, Thunderbug. Fantastic. Love Thunderbug. I don't understand why it's not Lightning Bug.
Yeah.
Lightning Bug is a real thing. There are things called Lightning Bugs. There are no Thunderbugs. The name of the team is the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Right.
Why would it not be Lightning Bug? You could have a goddamn light up tail and everything.
Well, he is a lightning bug.
No, he's a ladybug, I thought.
But
no,
it's
he's a lightning bug named Thunderbug.
Thunderbug.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
You don't want to be lightning bug the lightning bug.
Sure you do.
No, you're Thunderbug the lightning bug.
You've got the Bulls dancers, the Lava Bulls.
Yeah, but then that'd be like naming your dog the dog.
It's not that name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see both
What's
sides of it. I see that you want to
Like he has a name.
I didn't know he was.
But
I thought he was a ladybug.
No.
He's not red. He's yellow.
I don't know. And look at the stupid.
Yeah,
thing.
it's like, what's your dog's name? Oh, his name's Dog. We call him Dog the dog.
Yeah,
That's what
Thunderbug
it
the
is.
ladybug.
Thunderbug, lightning bug.
Lightning bug.
Whatever he is. Thunderbug.
The lightning bug
What is
what he
Raymond?
is. Raymond? Is this a thing?
He's not a
What?
sea creature?
He's a Snuffleupagus.
Raymond is not a sea creature.
No. Is
What do
he?
you imagine? You see that thing in the ocean?
The rays?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
he's
Raymond
not-
for the ray.
Yeah, but he's not a ray.
He's
Right.
a sea dog.
A what?
Sea dog.
Yeah.
He is a blue furry creature, often described as a sea dog with a walrus-like face and blue belly and backwards baseball cap.
Sea creature. Boom.
Sea dog.
Sea dog.
You win.
They can.
Thunderbug. He is black and yellow lightning bug with white and purple antennas. Introduced in 1992. Blah blah blah. But I don't understand. Thunderbug. It should be lightning bug.
Well, I have to tell you, I think Raymond. I mean, I think Thunderbug does a great job.
Great job.
Great job as being getting the crowd hyped up,
Yeah.
being in the crowd, and doing all that stuff.
It's amazing when he's like talking but not talking,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
100% understand what he's
Yeah.
saying.
Completely
Yeah.
understand.
Like they know how to emote where like you know what the hell he's saying is pretty impressive.
I refereed one time a wrestling match between mascots from around the world.
Oh, that'd be great.
No, the best was I was in the locker room with all the mascots and saw them without their helmets.
Oh,
They're all a bunch of 20-something-year-old white kids.
yeah.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was me and Brian Knobs and Jimmy Hart, and we were out there. It was during a Rays game, and it was in the middle of the day on the summer. It was like a Rays summer vacation, and the whole outfield was filled with like camp kids.
Yeah.
And then the wrestling match broke out between the mascots, and I was the referee.
There is a movie that Christopher Guest directed. It's like a documentary type thing, whatever,
Right.
about mascots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's like Best in Show, one of
Right,
those
right,
type of things that they did. It's not a documentary, but it's like supposed to be a documentary. But it was on Netflix.
Yeah, I think I saw that. And
Yeah.
it was like different levels of mascots. There was one guy who was like in a minor league baseball
Yeah.
team, and another guy was at like an NHL hockey team.
I'm gonna say Brad Williams was in it.
Maybe, yeah.
I think he was.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I
Dude,
think he was in it.
I don't know who the hell plays Captain Fear from the Bucks, but at Bert's thing, he like gave me a high five and it hit my hand so hard. I was like, oh, it like really hurt.
Putting fear in Captain
Really?
Fear.
I thought this guy or girl or whoever does not like me and they're just
Probably.
trying to hit me or something.
Oh.
It really hurt.
What's also crazy is how much some of those guys make. Like the mascots.
Well, because
Yeah.
some of them get a percentage of the merchandise.
Right. But then I can't remember. I think it was like probably like the Chicago Bulls mascot, maybe have been like the top earner. But like I just pulled it up. NBA mascots can make anywhere between $60,000 to $600,000 a year.
They get paid for all those appearances at like
Right.
heart walks and fundraisers. They
Sure.
that's a paid appearance.
But and they also do get a merchandise cut. So
Yeah.
think about it. Think of all the stuff that's being sold to the kids.
And if the team wins, they get a ring.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
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 Oh, imagine you're at a bar wearing the ring, and some girl's like, "Oh my god, do you play hockey?" He's like, "Nope, I'm the mascot."
But none of them will talk about it, about who's who, or like it's like a code. You don't talk about being the mascot or how it was like or
I
anything.
met one of the lightning bugs back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was when because I remember I think he left because of a dispute over merchandise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the dude in there's the Vikings mascot. He like wanted more money, and they're like, "All right, well then you're out."
That's got to be a tough negotiation
Yeah.
because you do a good job. Like we get it, you're doing a good job. put other people in that suit. You know,
Well,
what I
he
mean?
wasn't even a suit. He was a guy. He was
Oh,
kind of like
that's
the
right,
big
yeah.
nasty of Minnesota, and he was getting paid all his
he was
money.
a Viking.
And he like held out for more money. They're like, all right, well, you're out. You're
We'll
done.
find another Viking.
Yeah. We could get Zach Wild to do
Right,
it.
for real.
That'd be an odd job to have. Like if your father was the mascot for a sports
Yeah.
team,
Oof.
that'd be weird.
Are you proud of that, or are you like, oh, my dad's Captain Fear?
I'm going to teach you the family business, son.
Yeah, I mean
Oh.
you're getting into a lot of sporting events and stuff.
You're
Are
doing-
you?
You're doing cool stuff.
Probably.
You're on the field. I mean, you're
Listen, if you're a mascot for a pro team, okay, and you've been there, let's say 12 years,
Okay.
you know enough people around you that could hook you up at other places.
Yeah. You got to
Because of
network.
your,
you
gotta
work
network.
at you work for an NFL team,
Right.
which comes with its connections.
So then you're
and
like,
perks.
hey, Gary, you know.
I
is that
don't
a-
know that my son would be proud to be like, my dad is Captain Fear.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd be proud.
I don't
Yeah.
think they're allowed to say. They keep it's very
The
secretive.
family knows.
Well, the family knows. I mean, yeah,
Well,
but
I'm
like,
not sure what my dad did. He worked the Bucks in
They're
some
not
capacity.
CIA.
Yeah.
right? Like, do you know? We don't know who the mascots are right now locally. They don't
Right.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's part of the mystique or the rule.
Sure.
is you don't talk about the fact that you're light or thunderbug.
Don't take that off either.
What
No.
Well, when I was Chuck E. Cheese, they, my first job out of high school, I worked at Chuck E. Cheese,
Right.
and yes, I had to be.
Rule number one: there is no talking about Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, but they do have like rules and stuff when you're in the costume. We weren't allowed to sign autographs because it would be different.
Yeah.
Right.
You like
What do you tell a little kid? No.
you just kind of wave them off. You give them the gesture of like can't
Just
do
shrug
it.
and be like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know. But yeah, they have like a whole class. They had a whole video we had to watch, and it showed you like gestures and how to like motion to let them know. Because you also like a lot of people would want you to like hold their kids for a picture.
No, yeah, you can't do that.
Weren't allowed to unless you would have to sit crisscross applesauce on the floor, and the parents could put their kid in your arms so you could hold them, and then you had to wait for them to take you. You weren't allowed to speak. But yeah, there was
How
like,
hot was the suit?
oh my god, and
Yeah.
it smelled.
I was gonna say, I bet it smelled because you got other people in there. Nobody's washing it.
When you see
Yeah.
these characters at Disney, they're out in the Florida heat.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta, and I think Disney's even stricter when it comes
Yeah.
to their
No,
characters
Disney,
and stuff.
I would like to be a not full time, but just once. I'd like to wear the big outfit. I'd like to go out there
Mickey?
undercover. Not Mickey, but I mean like I don't know. I'd just like to have a mascot outfit and show up in downtown St. Pete one night.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I feel like I won't dance, but I'll dance as a mascot.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say we talked about it before. Like if you went to one of those EDM festivals
Oh,
and just
yeah.
were a
Oh,
giant panda, you would have chicks
Girls.
all over you.
Yeah. Might
Maybe-
look into that.
Maybe I'm Thunderbug. You just don't know it.
Maybe. Probably
Oh,
not.
man.
I can't tell you.
Probably not.
What makes you think that? I can't juggle.
Well,
We have our own mascot, Burger Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Gio's whole demeanor changed. I'm sorry.
You just gotta
I'm
suck the
sorry.
fun right out of the room.
My bad.
you wear a tummy cape.
It would,
Have
if
you
you
seen
just
that on the-
owned it,
on
it wouldn't
the,
be as fun.
Progressive commercials, whatever. They're doing the Superman thing, whatever. And they're like, not all heroes wear capes. And that one redhead guy goes, yeah, some wear tummy capes
No.
because they wear the apron. And they're like, don't say
Tummy
that.
cape. That's pretty good.
Gio wears a tummy cape.
Tummy cape, Gio.
Yeah. great.
A doctor charged with giving Matthew Perry ketamine in the month leading up to the Friends star's overdose death will plead guilty, according to agreement filed in court on Monday. Dr. Salvador Plasencia agreed to plead guilty to 4 counts of distribution of ketamine. In exchange for his plea, prosecutors agreed to drop 3 additional counts of distribution of ketamine and 2 counts of falsifying records. Federal prosecutors said in a statement that the plea carries a maximum sentence of 40 years in prison.
Oof.
They said the doctor is expected to formally plead guilty in the coming weeks.
Wow, that's like the guy who killed Michael Jackson. You don't
Yeah.
learn from that. You know, these celebrities are going down using all these drugs. You know, if they die, it's going to come back on you.
But I don't know enough about this case to know anything. But I mean, if he's giving him ketamine, what if he didn't take it and then he was saving up and then he took a big dose?
But
of
that'd
it
be different because he wouldn't falsify the records. They're taking
Oh,
those
yeah.
charges away.
Yeah.
But he still did it, and he still made sure that he had enough that he could die. I don't know.
So you can die from ketamine?
I guess. I don't know. How did he die? Did he drown or did he die? Did he have like a heart attack?
Yeah.
I thought it was a heart attack.
Yeah, but he was in the hot tub.
In the hot tub, yeah.
That's how Orville Redenbacher died. In the hot tub,
Really?
surrounded by women. In a bow tie.
true?
I was hoping
But he
you'd
had
say,
ketamine in his system.
Orville Redenbacher?
No,
Oh,
I was-
Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
I thought you were
butter.
about to say he died in the hot tub surrounded by popcorn.
I don't know. I don't know that Matthew Perry overdosed.
Acute effects of ketamine. Autopsy
Matthew Perry.
finds. Yeah, that's Matthew Perry. So that's what it said. The cause of death.
I don't know why I brought that up. And in my mind, that happened. Orville Redenbacher was in a hot tub and died, had a heart attack in the hot tub surrounded by women.
Is that real?
I don't remember. I don't know why I know that in my head, like why I'm thinking that.
Was the hot tub filled with hot butter?
No. It was a hot tub.
He died heart attack and drowned. So let me see what it says.
So
about,
maybe in my head, I just filled it with the hot tub with ladies.
you may have filled in the extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Death. Let's see. In the hot tub of his condominium, he suffered a heart attack and drowned. Doesn't say anything about surrounded by women.
I'm gonna give it to him.
Could be.
I'm gonna give it to you, Orville.
It says Roy Wood Jr. used to have a bit about it.
About Orville Redenbacher?
Yeah.
Maybe
dying.
that's where I got
Maybe
it
that's where
from.
you got it,
Could
yeah.
be.
Maybe that's it. I don't even remember.
Who did his eulogy?
Orville Redenbacher?
Yeah, interesting. Who did his eulogy?
Oh, Colonel Sanders.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Mr. Peanut.
No. Lana Lake's lady. The butter lady.
No
Aunt Jemima.
other, no other mascot or spokesperson or whatever.
It's not popcorn related?
It is not. It is popcorn related.
Magic
Surprisingly, you're getting closer. You said Magic Johnson because
Yes.
Magic Johnson owns a bunch of movie theaters.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal.
Something to do with movies. So you got popcorn. You got the relation there.
Steven Spielberg.
No.
Zeroed in a little.
AMC.
This person dealt with movies a lot.
Harvey Weinstein.
Probably talked about
Roger
Steven-
Ebert.
Roger Ebert.
Really?
Siskel and Ebert. Roger Ebert did the eulogy
Wow.
for Redenbacher.
They gave it 2 thumbs down, 2 thumbs up.
They were putting him in the ground, they went
Yeah.
thumbs down.
Down into the ground.
They said, "Is he going to heaven or hell?" They said, "Sorry,
Oh,
Sorry,
poor
Orville.
Orville.
yeah." Orville Redenbacher.
That's a great name.
Real name?
Has to be.
Let's see.
I honestly
Right?
thought he was fake until just now.
No, and then he gets his grandson or somebody took over for him as,
Oh, really?
as a spokesperson.
Oh, I got excited for a second. It says born in Brazil, Indiana. Orville Clarence Redenbacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy found a niche, man. Want to make popcorn.
Did he create the microwave popcorn? Is that
I
what?
don't think he created it. I think
That's
he
what
just
blew it up?
perfected it. I think
Yeah.
he perfected it, yeah. Have you ever made, are you
You-
too young to have made Jiffy Pop
No.
on the stove?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chippy Pop.
Orville Clarence Redenbacher was an American food scientist and businessman, most often associated with the popcorn that bears his name.
Wow.
Did it say what else he did?
Let's see. Early life, blah, blah, blah. Business career. Name of the company, Chester Hybrids. They had tens of thousands of hybrid strains of popcorn before settling on the hybrid name Red Bow.
Oh.
Launched popcorn in 1970.
Only 1970.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, he was going up against what? Jiff?
Yeah.
You know? Jiff had the on the stove.
I
Yeah.
do remember the Jiffy Pop. I think you can still get Jiffy Pop.
I mean,
Probably.
it never works out right.
No.
It never works out right. You always burn the bottom one.
A lot of campsites will do when you're camping to do Jiffy Pop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Never works out like you planned.
It's
Yeah,
not
bunch
as
of-
no, I mean, the microwave popcorn far superior.
Yeah.
You got to stand there and shake it the whole
Yeah.
time. It's
Yeah,
heating
right.
out.
By the way, also microwave popcorn, so many different A little bit of butter, a lot of butter, movie butter, crazy movie butter. Like you want more butter than popcorn. Like, I mean, there's so many different things.
Yeah.
Then there's like a little bit of salt, a lot of salt. This one's sweet. This is
Cheese
sweet
flavor?
part.
Got
Yeah,
cheese flavor?
cheese flavored,
Yeah.
white cheddar. This one, yeah, a lot,
Kettle corn.
lot of
Kettle
stuff
corn.
going on.
I love popcorn.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and say this, and you probably won't even know if I get it wrong or not.
Redenbacher.
Actor David Hakili Kinnui Bell passed away.
It's bull.
It's definitely Bell. He was 46 years old. No word on the cause of death. You may have seen him before. He appeared on Magnum PI, Hawaii Five-0, live action Lilo and Stitch. Big Hawaiian dude.
I did. I saw him. I saw that he had passed away.
Yeah, 46 years
Mahalo.
old. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's par for the course with the giant Samoans.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Angel Reese has turned the trolls into potential profit.
Brilliant.
The Chicago Sky, this is really smart. The Chicago Sky Forward has sought to trademark the phrase me bounds, which was originally coined to mock Reese rebounding her own missed shots. Since then, she has happily co-opted it. The Reese offensive game remains a work in progress at the WNBA. She's averaging 10.4 points per game this season, only 35.7% shooting from the field. She is undoubtedly, though, a force on the boards. Through her 44 career games, Reese is averaging 12.8 rebounds per game and has 32 double-doubles. She also posted her first career triple-double on Sunday, posting 11 points, 13 boards, and 11 assists in the win over the Connecticut Sun. But everybody was making fun of her because she would miss it, grab the rebound, miss it, grab the rebound, padding her stats, whatever. And so they called it me bounds.
So how does she get to go ahead and take that name?
If you trademark it, you can trademark anything.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
You know?
Tampa Bay. I went through that whole thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is that you don't want to fight Tom Brady when he wants Tampa Bay because he's got millions of dollars and he could beat you in court, so you just settle out. But with Angel Reese, if you're somebody like Pat Riley with three-peat,
yeah.
He's a three-peat guy. He's came up with it, or he at least got to it first. We've been saying me bounds for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, she just stepped up and filed the paperwork.
Well, no, it may just be coming out now. She may have heard me bounds the first day and said, me bounds,
okay,
I'll
they're
take
just
that.
finding out about it now.
You know, yeah.
Cigar, you jerks.
Yeah.
Every time you say it, I'm going to get paid.
Right, and that's what she said. She said, keep on trolling.
Yeah.
While I become a billionaire, the first WNBA billionaire. That's pretty funny.
It's smart, and if she turns it into a commercial, a Nike Me Bound commercial,
Yeah.
That's the way to go.
Yeah. But, listen, it is funny to watch, and you see her miss and then get the rebound and miss and get the rebound and stuff. I don't know if she's necessarily doing that on purpose.
No, I don't think she's doing it on
she's
purpose, but the
just-
fact that she can retrieve her own rebound is good. And the fact that she's taken this whole character of becoming the bad guy is smart because you already have an established good guy.
Right.
So you need a bad guy.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's willingly taken on that role is great. It's so smart.
Yeah. It's just whenever she's like, they're here for me and they're not here
Yeah,
for
but
you.
that's what you have to say to get people
Right,
fired up.
right.
You know what I mean?
But they're not.
Yeah, I know. And I think she knows it too, but
Yeah.
she's just being smart about it.
Trying to make him money. Do it. Different sport. Not really a sport. Joey Chestnut will return to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest
Yes.
this year. So he was out because some sort of
Plant-based. He
Yeah.
signed a plant-based food deal.
He was promoting vegan hot dogs. And I think Nathan said, you can't do that. Like, you have to promote Nathan's hot dogs because you're the Nathan's hot dog eating champion.
Right.
Yeah.
And he says, no, I want to promote my vegan dogs. And they say, well, you're out, Joey.
We'll get
And
a
then-
different Viking.
Yeah.
And then nobody cared.
And then,
Nobody cared because you can't have the best
No.
player in the game not playing it.
It was like when Caitlin Clark was out for 3
Yeah.
weeks
Right.
and they dropped 55% viewership.
I think the guy that won last year, which I can't even think of his name, he won by eating 58 hot dogs, where Joey then had his own contest and ate 80 something.
Right. He
Yeah.
did his own. He did his
He
own.
did it
thing
on his
just to
own.
do
It was
yeah.
live on Netflix, went against Kobayashi, and he ate like 88 hot dogs, I believe.
Yeah, it's like doing a dunk contest and you don't even have the best dunker in the NBA.
Right.
You know? You're like,
So-
well, what are we doing here?
You're not even close to what what you would be if Chestnut was there. And the guy that won last year, he said, "Listen, I feel that there should be an asterisk next to it because I didn't beat Joey
Yeah, he
Chestnut.
gets it.
I didn't even come close." But
Yeah, and what is the prize for that? Is that a cash prize?
Yeah, I think you get.
Yeah, I think it's not a lot though. I
Like
mean,
a 10 grand or like a
no,
50 grand?
I want to say 50, maybe more. But you think that it would be more because
Right.
that's the biggest one.
And it will be live on 4th of July? You'll get to watch this?
I guess, don't they?
It's always live on ESPN.
ESPN.
10 grand for first place.
Oh, really?
That's not even
more.
worth the trip to New York.
I know.
Yeah,
Not
but
worth
he-
the stomach ache.
He's getting appearance fees.
Sure,
He's
yeah.
getting put up in a hotel. Just
That's
do
just
anything.
part of it.
Yeah.
Oh, can you imagine the after effects of that?
Oh, he's talked about it before. He said it's miserable.
Yeah. Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Plant-based or not, regular.
Right.
And
But
all the stuff that he's not just eating hot dogs. I mean, they're doing all those contests.
That's
Yeah.
all he does. Yeah, I mean, you're making a living now. For years doing that.
Yeah.
You're a household name because of that.
It's true. He is a household name. You say he's not an athlete, but he's as famous as most athletes.
Yeah, and they put him up there with all the goats. It's like Brady, Jordan, Chestnut,
Yeah.
Tiger.
He is the greatest of his sport.
Like not even close.
Oh man. 10 minutes away from giving you the first keyword for the Mike Calta Vacay Payday. Your chance to win $1,000 is coming up. Pay attention. We're going to give it to you at 8 o'clock.
Joe, this sounds like a tour that you would want to see. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's coming to Florida just yet. The B-52s and Devo are
right.
going out together.
Yeah.
Their first American tour date is on September 25th up in Michigan. No Florida dates have been listed as of yet.
Evo, one song, whip it.
Oh no, that's not true. Working in a coal mine.
Mm-hmm.
Working in a coal mine's not their song.
No, it's not. But it was a good one.
Yeah.
they
Devo,
redid it.
One song,
Well,
whip it.
No, they do have another one
There's
because we talked about
Uncontrollable
this before.
urge.
Nope.
We talked about this before. Let me see.
I'll play
What
it.
is it? What do you got? What do you got? Devo, top
Devo.
songs.
Devo is going to be whip it. And then
Sure.
10 different versions of whip it.
No.
There was
Watch.
another one.
All right. Dun.
Working in the coal mine.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm thinking they did the cover of I Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Yeah.
I'll give you one.
1.5.
I'll give you one.
1.5. Fat ladies are not happy, man. Lizzo and Nancy Wilson from Heart. Oh, Nancy's not the fat one. Are not happy about their music. It was used Saturday during the military parade in D.C.
Oh, because the president?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fatties. Tough.
So
That's
you
what
hate
happens.
the military? Is that what you're saying, Lizzo?
You put your music out there. You put it out there for everybody to use.
Yeah.
That's it.
What Lizzo song is in the military parade?
You know.
Which one?
I don't know.
I don't even know her song.
I think it's Whip It.
Whip it.
Yeah.
I put my hands up, military. Don't touch the rockets.
F1 star Lewis Hamilton was devastated after hitting a groundhog during a race on Sunday. He said, quote, "I'm so sad about it. It's horrible. It's never happened to me here before. I just hope it didn't suffer."
Listen to me. I was driving down the road with Bobby Kelly, right around the corner from here, pulling in, and I hit a bird, and I went, "Oh!" I drove into it,
Right.
and it went, boom, and I went, "Oh!" And then all of a sudden I went, boom, I hit another one,
Oh.
two. That made me feel terrible. You don't try to do it, and when you hear it, and then that thud stays with you for a little while.
I hit a turtle and I heard the crunch.
Oh,
And it was like,
That's
it-
worse.
oh,
I tried to miss it too. I like swerved and tried to miss it, and I heard,
Oh,
and it was like you
you broke the speed bump.
yeah, I could almost feel the crunch under my tire.
Oh.
It was bad. I felt horrible.
You know what though, Gio? I got to be honest with you. Those snapping turtles are real bitches.
Yeah.
You try to get out and move them, they try to bite you, and they got those big hook mouths.
Yeah, but this poor little bastard just trying to cross the road to get to the
I
lake,
know, but
you know,
sometimes they dilly dally.
I tried. I
It's
swerved.
a turtle, yeah. They're known for dilly-dallying.
My turtle's fast as hell.
Yeah.
My turtle's speedy.
I feel like if I swerved the wrong way, I feel like if I had just gone straight, I may have just passed over it.
Right.
But when I swerved, I just lined that tire up just perfect.
You
and
think
just
there's a part of
crunched.
you that did it on purpose?
I don't know, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Do you think gold coins were going to come out of it when you hit it?
Maybe something. I did feel bad for a minute.
I mean, I definitely feel bad when it happens.
And then
I don't try to hit any animals at all.
No. And then I thought, I hope there's no turtle blood on my car.
Oh,
And like turtle guts.
Yeah, you know when you get home, you don't want to see it. Like
Yeah.
what if the head was still sticking out of the?
Oh, it's like stuck in the
yeah,
light.
right.
It's a sin. It's the hoof. It got caught in the
Yeah, I'm always afraid I'm going to hit a deer because there's a little baby deer running around here.
Oh,
all the time.
yeah.
Oh, that'll mess your car up.
Yeah,
man.
but they're most of the time little babies.
Yeah.
But I would just feel I would feel terrible if I
There
didn't do it.
was right as you turn by the golf course at the end here with the overpass, whatever. Right as you turn there, I turned and my headlights went zoom and
Yeah.
right to a deer just staring right at me, and I wasn't going fast or anything. But I was like,
Yeah.
"Can I get by? What's going on?"
Yeah, they don't care. They're so used to seeing people.
By the way, I just got a text from JoJo
Okay.
that says thank you,
For what?
and then it has a picture of
Of
her
her
winning
naked.
Hard Rock bet because she took my.
Oh,
Yeah, I like
very
that.
nice.
Went 4 for 4 last night, and she parlayed them plus 1,100. So she made some good money there. I like that.
I got to start paying attention. to you. I got to follow you.
I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I tried to follow. The times that I took Galvin's bets, I lost. I don't know what I'm
You
doing
made
wrong.
everybody lose.
Yeah.
It's you. Barbara Streisand slept in a bed with Warren Beatty once,
Okay.
and she says she does not remember if, quote, penetration occurred.
Oh.
I don't believe that.
No, I mean, you know.
Carmen, have you
also-
ever? Can you think of any time where you're not sure? Oh, I mean, maybe if you were drunk.
Also, if you're not sure, that was rape. If it happened.
No, she said she can't remember.
Right. So
right,
that's
but like
rape.
if she was drunk and she was willing participant
Right,
at
she
the
just
time.
can't. It's just a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not necessarily a rape. She just can't remember.
No, Warren Beatty, rapist.
Wait, no, no.
Dick Tracy.
Warren Beatty and Barbara Streisand. Warren Beatty got the ass, man.
Sure.
People loved him. I don't think he was that good looking.
Oh.
He was handsome.
Very
Yeah,
handsome.
handsome, but
He
he
looks
was
like
70s
but he
handsome.
looks Hollywood.
Yeah.
I am Hollywood.
Yeah.
I could see him saying that.
But Carmen, can you ever recall a time where you can't remember if you did it or not?
I can't, but I'm sure if I like did a deep dive, there's probably some like questions, but
No.
All right.
Takes a deep dive.
but I'm just saying like off the top of my head, no, like that doesn't come up. You know what I mean? But listen, I've had a lot of fun in my life,
I have
and
to tell
I drank
you,
a lot.
I don't think there'll ever be a time where there would be a girl and I would not be able to recall whether or not we made sweet love.
Yeah, because you see that a lot of times in movies where they get drunk, this, that, and then they wake up and they go, "Did we?" No,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd know, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yes.
Listen, deep dive.
Yeah.
You're going to know.
I mean, can you remember? Like, I couldn't write down the amount of ladies that I made sweet love to. Like, I couldn't list them all,
No.
but it's not a list where I'd be like, oh, there were so many I can't remember. I'm old, so
Right,
But if you
and
brought-
you've been married for 20 something years,
right. So it's been a long time. But if you brought a girl in here and was like, I could probably go, oh yeah, Ebor, and remember the time.
I mean, listen, I'm not going crazy or anything. There's a lot of randos in there. I worked in a nightclub for a long time.
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
stuff happened. I played in bands. I mean, it's like there was.
I don't think my list is extensive enough to not remember.
Yeah.
I think that I'd be able to
I think majority-
probably look at the girl and pinpoint, unless she got really fat, I could probably look at it and pinpoint where it was and remember details about the night.
Yeah, but I think majority I'm gonna know. But I think if you had a lineup, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. I don't
Really?
know. Yeah, and not saying that they're like, oh, I remember you. They may not remember me. Who knows?
Joe, can you remember? It's been a long time.
Everyone?
Every one of them?
No way.
Oh.
No way.
Joe can't remember what he had for dinner last
Yeah.
week.
Well, I mean,
It's not saying much.
I think I had some.
I had something. For the first time ever, 3 Beatles offspring have collaborated together on a song.
I heard this.
So Zach Starkey, which is Ringo Starr's son,
Yeah.
Sean Ono Lennon, of course, John Lennon's son, and James McCartney, Paul's son. Oh, there's a duck loose in the studio. Did a song called Rip Off.
Yeah.
It's not released yet, but I do have some audio.
I
that's
heard a
not
little bit, yeah,
Great
so,
audio,
yeah.
but take a listen. Here is the Beatles' offspring doing a song called Rip Off. Yeah, not the greatest audio either, but also the song doesn't sound like it's great.
Yeah, but the surprising thing about it is that it's missing the son of George Harrison, and they asked them about that, and they were like, "Why would we do that?" They're like, "You're just missing Danny Harrison." They're like, "Why?" I'm like, don't pretend you don't realize what you just did.
Yeah,
I hate that. You're saying that you three were just sitting around one day and you were like, "Hey, we should write a song, not as sons of the Beatles," and then you left the one guy out.
By the way, Paul McCartney's son, he has got a pumpkin for a head, man.
That is a big head.
That is a big head.
A big-headed kid.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
He did not get his dad's looks.
No. I mean, you can see him in there,
right? Yeah, he's in there somewhere.
And maybe when he gets older, he'll,
he's
thin
blonde
out
too, so that hurts the situation.
Yeah, it's kind of blondish orange.
Right.
Yeah.
He's got the mother's head, and less the father's looks.
Finally, news: a new poll looked at the top things that can immediately drain your social battery. Meaning, like everyday interactions to make you feel like, all right, that's enough. I'm done with everybody. Those type of things. Yes, I know, Carmen.
Okay, sorry.
The Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. This hour's keyword is
now. NOW.
Now.
Yes. Go over to the 1025 Bone app and put in the word now.
Now.
For your chance to win $1,000
Of my money.
Yeah. Give it to him.
All right. There you go.
Cold hard cash. He keeps it in one of the refrigerators.
It's all yours. Go get it.
Good luck. What do you think of some of the different things, or you want me to just go through the list? This is
well, I can tell you, I don't know if this is going to be on the list, but the number one thing that bothers me is nagging.
Nagging?
Like my wife would she'll just unload on me about and then I have to go do this, and then I have to go this, and then this, that, and then just hearing it just drains me. Just drains me.
My wife likes to tell me stories about people that I have no idea who they are.
Yeah.
Leave the details out.
I have no idea who these people are, and she tells me names, and I go, I don't know who that is. And she goes, yeah, you met her before. And I go, when? And she goes, at our wedding. And I go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So 14 years ago, I met this lady once while a lot of stuff was happening. I have no idea.
Yeah, I get a lot of that too. I get a lot of her peripheral friend problems. I don't need to hear about. Also, if you need something from me, just get to the point.
Yeah.
If you need me to do something, just tell me. I need this.
I don't need the preamble.
Right. I don't want to hear the details. Just get to the story.
So according to a survey of 2,000 Americans, here are the top 10 little things that can push us over the edge.
Okay.
Number 10 is any sort of networking event.
Yeah, I don't like those.
Yeah, you're like, all right.
You just know people are trying to get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Networking events and public speakers.
Networking events is what can you do for me?
Just the whole over the it's so fake.
Right.
It's so fake.
Yes.
It's hey, through the power of our shut up.
Now, when you say public speaker and that being fake, who are you talking about?
I don't know. Let me open my mouth and think about it.
Oh, open it wide.
No, I don't know. It just bugs me.
How about when someone wants to show you something on their phone?
Oh, God.
That's not necessarily bad.
Yeah, it depends on the person.
Yeah, if they don't know how to do it. I think it's like the worst is like if someone's like, hey, I have this great picture. Let me show you. And then they start scrolling
Right.
for
They gotta
miles.
find it, yeah.
Yeah, have it ready or
It's funny because what was his name that was just in there? The comedian, was it Lee?
Lee Syatt.
Yeah. So he showed us his ID of him where he's fat. And I was like, yeah, I used to be a lot fatter. Here, check this out. And went to look for the picture real quick. And he literally went like this. Like to look in my phone. And I'm like, guy, relax.
What do you
I'll
got
show
there?
you the picture.
What do you got there?
I don't know. You don't need to know.
Oh.
Relax. What do you got?
I'll show you one of mine. Show me one of yours.
I'll show you two of mine.
All right.
How about a coworker oversharing or gets too personal about something?
I kind of like that.
Oh, I love it.
I want all the tea. I want all the juice.
That's different because they say office gossip, which I love.
Yes.
I love that. But when this is talking about like, hey, how you doing? not great.
Oh,
My
yeah.
grandmother
My
has to
cat
have her
died.
leg removed, and you're like,
Oh, by
come
the way,
on.
can I just tell you something? I was reflecting on this yesterday.
Mm.
I feel so terrible that guy called in that his 4-year-old died in a fire, but was so hard to understand, and the bird in the background that I didn't quite realize the severity of the situation. I felt bad about that yesterday.
Mm.
You didn't feel bad about it?
Didn't think about it until today.
You didn't feel bad about
Well, I
the
was
parrot speaking.
later on. I was thinking about it. I was like, that poor guy. His kid died, and he called the show, and I didn't quite understand what he was saying. I couldn't understand what he was saying, and then the bird was screaming in the background, and he was being so calm that it didn't really strike me until later on in the day, and I felt off.
You want to take 30 seconds to talk about it?
No. And that
I
was
just-
the other thing. He wanted me to do a eulogy, and I didn't know anything about it.
I just can't believe how he was so composed.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
And
Like-
that's why it was so hard for me to understand.
I
what was
can't believe
happening.
you're calling a radio show.
Well, you
Yeah,
want to get it out there.
That's an odd.
Yeah.
But
choice.
if you listen to the show every day and you're a big fan of the show, you think I'm going to share this information with the show.
And all he wanted to
that I
talk about
love,
was
yeah.
he wanted to remember the kid.
Like, how your mind's probably thinking, how do I cope with this? Oh, let me call my favorite radio show,
Right.
and just put.
And the other
just
thing was,
say a
like-
little something.
Like
something.
we're dicks sometimes. Like we make jokes, but I was not making a joke about the guy. I was confused as to what was going on. It
Yeah.
didn't really. The impact didn't hit me till later in the day, and I felt bad about it.
30
So
seconds.
I apologize to
Go
that guy. Well, I mean, it was a little bit much to ask for, but still, I apologize to that guy, and I feel terrible for him.
It's just weird because like we wouldn't do it, but like Gio said, like, he's just coping. And
Right.
in that moment,
Yeah.
it felt like the right thing for him to do.
Sure.
Even though, like-
you're sitting home and you want to talk to somebody about it, you want to get it off your chest, you want to get something out there.
Just to
Right.
clarify, you would hit a 10-year-old with a shovel to get a diamond.
If he had the diamond,
feel bad
if he had the diamond, I
about
would take it
this
for sure.
guy calling. Okay.
Oh.
That kid, it was $600 million.
Yeah, the Diamond Kid's going to come back and kill me, so I'm
Right.
defending myself.
Right.
It's different.
Or you could the kid got the diamond fair and square. He found it. Why are you hitting him with a shovel?
Well,
Vito Corleone got away.
Exactly.
They were looking for him, but he got away.
he came back though.
He
You know,
came back.
That's
top,
why.
top 10 little things that can push us over the edge.
Tell when people talk about their dreams.
Group video calls, especially if it's a work call.
Yeah.
I gotta be on this call.
It's
we
most
need
of
to do
them are
this?
unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
I
Could
sat
have been a text.
Joe and I sat on a video call one time. It was like an hour long, and I'm like, this could have been an email
Could've
just
been.
written.
I told, and I
So
told,
bad.
I told Gio, I refused to get on any video call with that person because I knew how it was gonna go.
Is this about Gustavo?
Oh,
I mean, if you're gonna put it out there,
What does he look like?
I have
Old.
no idea.
John
Yeah.
Brennan with a mustache that
Pretty much,
rolls up on the end.
Nice guy, but it's
Hello.
like, just come on. We just put this in an email.
Yeah.
We don't need to be on here.
I got you.
COVID solved that problem.
Yeah.
Everything can be an email. No, you know what I mean? We
Right.
don't need to do things in person
No,
anymore.
just give me an email that's got the directions, and I'll figure it out.
Hello, this is Gustavo, and I am definitely not John Brennan with the mustache on.
He doesn't sound like that. But
The other thing they say, office gossip, which I don't. I want it all. I need to.
I want it all.
Yeah, come on, give me the details. I want to hear everything.
Somebody told me last week, I won't say who it is. Somebody told me last week, are you coming to the station tomorrow for the meeting? And I said, yes. And they said, I have some gossip to tell you. And I
yeah.
said, great. And then I had to cancel. I couldn't go to the meeting. I still don't know the gossip. It's driving me insane.
who was it?
I can't tell you.
Yes.
I can't say.
Tell the person to text you the
I did,
gossip.
and they said no.
Oh,
They got to have it face to face.
Face-to-face.
No record of it.
No
come on,
record.
JoJo, just tell us. I won you money. Tell me what's going
Yeah, spill it.
on. Ridiculous.
I feel like JoJo knows everything.
So accurate.
Oh, for sure.
She knows everything.
This one pushes me over the edge. Unsolicited advice.
oh.
You know, Galvin, I was wondering. No, yeah. Do people do that to you?
Yeah, I had a
Really?
guy last night. I
Online.
had a guy last night. I put up a first quarter bet that I did, and I had a 4-leg parlay, and I missed one of them. And I'm trying to dial it in. I'm trying to get it. This guy was like, "I'm surprised you didn't do this, do this." And I go, "Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't. You
Yeah.
did. If you know what's gonna happen, guy." ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like unsolicited opinions.
If I ask for your advice, I'm asking for your advice because I respect you and I think that you have some advice to give. Whatever, you've been through this situation, whatever. But yeah, somebody, what you should do. You know what you should do.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you should do.
You guys don't even know the half of it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, as a female,
What do you
As a-
get?
Wild.
As a female, mansplaining,
Yeah.
men. Oh, you should smile more. You should do this. If you did this, it would really help you.
Oh, I'm sure when
Yeah,
you're on the golf course, everybody's telling you how you should swing your club and
Yep.
yeah, everything.
And then,
You should smile more. Is
Oh.
there anything more offensive to say to a girl?
Demeaning.
Yeah, demeaning. You should smile. You should shut your goddamn mouth.
yeah,
Carmen-
you look better when you smile. Oh, do I? Thanks.
Carmen, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care if you ever smile again.
Wait a
like
minute.
that.
Oh, I do. You just started staining your lips.
Yeah.
Yeah. I what else did people tell you?
Just like it's a lot of just random like if you did this at work, it would help you. Oh, would it? You don't think I've tried?
Is that from Gio?
Have you worked in radio? Do you know what it's like? Or just just stuff like
that's
it's little things. Like I can't even think about it, but it's daily.
So
just
Carmen,
everyday things.
there's a term that the wrestlers use. It's a smart mark. That is like when you'll come up to a wrestler and call him by his real name to show him that you know something.
Right.
You're annoying them because you're trying to be a smart mark. I get so many of those too. You should really not talk to this guy on the show, or you should have that guy on the show. I know how to do the show. I've been doing it for a little while. It seems to be working out pretty good.
Yeah, I'll get that sometimes. People will call me George, which I really don't care. Like,
Right.
ooh, you got me.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like
weird.
I don't care.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, George.
Or,
Familiar.
or just like it, like honestly, for the show stuff, like when people are like, "Why do you look at the camera? You shouldn't look at the camera when you're speaking."
Yeah.
Like, no, like you don't understand. I'm sitting in a room by myself. I'm sitting here looking at the camera because now I'm looking at Geo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
You're not.
So to me, it's like I'm talking to you guys, and that's how I talk. But they're like, "Stop looking at the camera; it's so awkward." Or why don't you start the show earlier? Or do you know what I mean? And it's like, no, we're doing just fine.
I hate when
without-
people tell me stuff to tell Carmen.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like, you should tell Carmen to stop playing with her hair. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, why don't you tell Carmen to stop playing with her hair?
I'm playing with my hair right now. Suck it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
don't
But
care.
In that guy's defense, it's hard to finish when you're staring right into the camera.
That's the only way I can finish it.
These are little things that push you over the edge. Talking to a stranger, like if you got caught in a conversation and they're a talker and and you're like, I don't want to hear what this person has to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, it's hard to break away.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's not a stranger, it's even harder to break away.
You give them the Midwest. All right then.
Yeah, but sometimes people don't pick up on that.
No, yeah.
What's harder, a stranger walking away or somebody that you work with that won't shut up?
I think someone that you know, because
Yeah.
you know you're gonna have to see them again.
Right, you don't want to insult them. You don't want to be like, but you're like, I gotta go.
I will
gotta-"
be honest with you. I'm pretty good with both. I just walk away. You listen. If you're working with us, you have to know we're got to be back on the air. So I'm just walking away. And if you're a stranger, I'll just go boring and walk away.
Yeah, like here, I'm all like in the hallways. I'm always rushing,
Yeah.
walking fast or
Yeah.
running or doing something.
You know that we're in a commercial break,
Right.
and I have to
Right.
go down and get a drink and go to the bathroom and this and that, and I'm walking back, and you want to tell me your long ass story? I'm gonna go. I gotta get
There's-
back on there.
And there's somebody in our building that's a long talker.
Mm.
Who?
You're not gonna get me.
Text
into that.
JoJo, she'll tell you.
Do we all know who it is?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
The problem is I really like that person.
Yeah.
So I suffer through their stories.
Oh, you got to know. You got to
Yeah.
know. I got to go. Dealing with customer service on the phone.
I don't have a problem with that.
Well, you dealt with it yesterday,
Yeah,
and
but-
especially whenever it's just circles and you don't get anything accomplished. and
Well,
you're
that's
like,
annoying. Yeah.
Too much awkward small talk with somebody.
Yeah.
That gets me. I am not good at that. I'm not good at because I'll do a lot of I'll repeat myself and I'll just like if I'm if I don't know my kids' friends' parents and
Yeah.
I'm like trying to relate to them but I don't really know them, you know.
I know a lot of people aren't good with it, but I'm totally fine with silence.
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
can stand there
Yeah.
completely silent. Like I can say, "Hey, how's it going? Good. How you doing? I'm doing good." But we're done. We don't need to say anything else. And if we're standing there shoulder to shoulder,
When we were at
I'm just there.
when we
Yeah.
were sharing a table with that couple, and that lady looked at me and she said, "I'm from California." I was like, "Very good, Mary." Yeah.
All right.
A lot of awkward conversations happen at kids' sporting events.
Mm.
Like
Yeah, I want to be friends,
Right.
With, like I want to be friendly, but I don't know what to say and what not to say. I don't know who's offended, who's not offended. Like I just kind of like keep to myself.
Yeah, it's like, okay, our kids have played together for multiple years. We should probably talk cordially, but I don't really want to talk. I just want to
Plus,
sit
what
here.
if I'm talking to them? And they're like, "Hey, didn't you break a chair a couple of weeks ago?" I don't need that. I don't need that.
Yeah, it's just
how
weird.
funny is that? We were talking about Roy Wood Jr. and he's on
Oh yeah.
Oh,
warn
yeah.
each other. And then finally, the last one, little things that can push you over the edge: being interrupted or talked over.
Oh, yes.
I just get louder.
It's amazing to me whenever somebody will ask you something and you go, "Yeah, well, if you," and then they go, "Do you know what about?" And they're like, "You just asked me a
I
question.
know.
I was responding to it. Now you're talking over top of me. What's going on?"
I do that to my wife all the time.
I feel like
the
I
worst.
do that too, and
Yeah.
I really try not to.
So do I, but sometimes it just takes too long to answer.
Yeah,
I got things to say. I got things to do.
Yeah.
like after it happens, I go, "Damn it! I wish I hadn't done that."
I drain my own battery, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guilty for all of these things.
All right. Well, there you go. That is it for news.
All right, Calvin, thank you.
Got it.
We must take a break. What is it? 800-771-1025 with the phone numbers. 800-771-1025. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. We do not get to see much of what happens at the Diddy trial because there's no cameras allowed in there. I feel like this should be the one that they should be letting us see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess because it's a federal trial, they don't televise those. It's got to be state level.
But there's some things that I want to see in there. First of all, I'm dying to see what Diddy looks like with his koala hair.
Yeah, I feel like we'd all be just watching it every single day.
Yeah.
If it was being broadcast live.
Like
For
OJ,
sure.
like
Yeah.
the OJ
Yeah.
trial was.
OJ
Yeah.
is huge.
Because let's be honest, I'm just going to be honest with you, and I don't think this is a sign of intelligence. I don't have the time or the patience. I don't really still can't figure out what this whole thing is about. They went in there and they raided Diddy's house. Then they waited. Then they filed these federal charges against him. Then there's a lot of trafficking and all that stuff. And I can't figure out if it's because he brought girls in from other places against their will, or brought them over here and then said to them, either do this or you're not going to do this, or brought them over here and just drugged them, or all of that. It all seems like there's a little bit of each one of those things in there. But is Diddy the main guy? Is he the bad guy?
Yeah, I've tried to dig into it to really understand what is going on, and there's a lot.
One thing we do know, one constant we do know, Diddy like to bang dudes
Yeah.
and like to get banged by dudes.
That's
Right.
what they're saying.
But he's not even like denying that. Like you're not getting any release from Diddy where he's like, yeah, by the way, that dude stuff ain't true. He's like, yeah, we freak off.
See, I haven't heard that. I've heard he liked to watch dudes with his girl.
Yeah, but there have been dudes that said that they were involved
With
in
them, yeah.
With
yeah,
him.
with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's not confirming, but he's not denying. But he's probably, I don't think
He's not saying anything.
not really saying anything. I know they did show some of the freak off party videos to the jury yesterday,
Really?
and
Yeah.
they were saying that
I'd watch that.
some of the jurors started laughing. But you don't know what you were seeing.
I also heard one winced and another lady covered her eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wincing's not good.
No,
No.
wincing.
You know what's happening if there's wincing
Oh,
going
yeah.
on.
Oh.
Ooh,
That looks like it's an hurt.
yeah.
I don't think like the media that are in there report. I don't think they get to see that. It's just the jury.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, seems like you're missing out on all the good parts.
Yeah.
Carmen,
Yes.
this is a little personal.
Okay.
Have you ever winced? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
What is the closest thing? Like, what's the closest thing all of you have ever been to a freak off?
I've been invited to things like that.
You have?
Oh.
Yeah. When I was in Tallahassee, that would happen, stuff like that, and I would get invited all the time.
Like when you were in school?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. When I was in radio there,
Who's
yeah.
orchestrating those things?
It was-
like with adults or college kids?
It was like both. It was one of the owners of one of the clubs, and he would have these parties where he would, they would call them like these robe parties, and all you would wear is a robe
Oh.
and stuff, and you would stay there the whole night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Joe heard robe and he was in.
I'm in, baby.
Yeah. It was like all you could wear at the party was like a robe. And there was I guess there was all kinds of stuff to do, and as in like drugs and alcohol and booze, and everybody leaves their keys at the door.
Wow.
Yeah, and I got invited to that like a couple times.
Did
Galvin-
you go?
I did not go. No, I was very scared.
Galvin and I went to a sex club together.
Yeah, we did.
The ball.
and
Gross.
saw some stuff.
Yeah, we did. There was a swingers club in Newport Richey. Now it was by the mall. Okay, you know where Goldfish Square Mall is.
Of course.
There was a bakery over there that was in like a strip club. I mean, like a strip mall. I can't remember. I thought you might know the bakery, but I don't know. But it was upstairs. It was a private club. You have to have a membership.
Yes.
You know where it was?
I 100%. It was a bottle club too.
Yes.
Like you had to bring
Yeah.
your because after hours bottle club.
The owner invited us there, and Galvin had a gig at a strip club in Newport Richey, and we all went to the strip club gig. And then afterwards, we were like, we should go to that swingers club. It's across the street. And we went over there, and it was me, Galvin. Who else was there? Was Iverson there?
I don't know.
I think
Ken
it
was.
Ken was. I think it might have been Iverson. And we went over there, and you had to get a membership in order to get in. They had to sign us up for a membership. And then we went in the club, and then they gave us a tour. And there was like a nightclub area. And then there was a room where there was an area with rooms where you can go like check in and get towels and then go in the room.
Can I stop you real quick?
Sure.
I just thought if either of us got arrested for something, we were on trial for something. If you put me on the stand and you said, "Were you ever a member of a sex club?" I would go, "Of course not." Well, according to these documents,
right.
I'd
That's
be so
right.
buzzed. I'd be like,
That's
"What? Oh, come on!"
We were both members of the sex
Right,
club.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they cut to the video of you and Mike walking,
Yeah.
like all excited.
The best was
Wincing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you my takeaways, man. The owner invited us there. We had no intention on going, but then we were a little drunk and we were out there and like, let's just go see what's
Yeah.
going.
See what we can see.
Curiosity.
Yeah.
So we went there, and there was like a host, and he gave me crap about my shoes because I was wearing sneakers, and I went, "Hey, bud, I didn't plan on coming to your fancy sex club when I left the house." I got all mad at him. I was like, but we went in. And they had the nightclub area. Then they had the one side that you go and you check in, and they give you towels. And we were getting a tour. We didn't get to do anything. And then they had rooms, and the rooms had doors, and you could either open the door or close the door. And if the door was open, that means you could either come in and be involved or come in and watch, and or you close the door. Joe's been in before. He knows.
Well,
what's
I
going
know.
on.
I've been to those places. Mike.
Yeah.
that
That was the extent of my, and I think I went back there one other time.
But I believe it was right around Thanksgiving.
It was because we ate food.
They had like food on like stages.
It was delicious.
and
A
stuff.
little buffet.
Yeah, it was delicious.
It was weird.
We were starving. We had the drunk hungries, and they had a whole thing of food out there.
But then a lady put on a show for us.
Oh.
I don't know how much we could say about that.
Right. Let's put it this way. One of the people with us had to get new pants after that.
Oh.
Oh.
Was the turkey involved?
Nope.
It was some gravy.
I wish I had not asked that question.
If there was a small fire in the room, it would have been taken care of.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
Got it.
Wow.
Yeah. It
I've
was.
seen some of those things, Michael.
Yeah. I bet you have.
I went
bet you have.
I went to hedonism like 5 years in a row
To work or to visit?
to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And video?
and say AVN awards every year.
AVNs.
You
And
know.
that lady looked a lot like Cheryl Hines that plays Larry David's wife.
Yep.
It probably was her.
Probably wasn't.
Probably
She's from
that.
Tallahassee.
Well,
I don't
She was
think
in-
maybe it was.
I don't think it was her.
But looked a lot like her.
Yeah. I wonder if I'd gone to the party, I would have seen stuff like that. I think so.
Oh, that's not even that was the night at the Swingers Club. My
Yeah.
closest thing to a freak off party would be when they did the local AVN Awards. What were those things called, Joe?
That was AVN
Night
awards.
Moves.
Yeah,
Night
Night
Moves.
Moves.
Night
AVN.
Moves. And the guy who owns Night Moves magazine, who is a very normal guy, you would go, Paul, you would go to his house, and he would have all the porn stars at his house, and he had a very nice average house with a pool, and everybody would go there, and they'd have a big barbecue, and then it would turn into weird sex stuff. And I was there, and that is
I went with you to that.
probably
Yeah.
we do all of our sex stuff
Yeah, all the
together.
sex
Yeah,
stuff,
you
yeah.
guys are like a couple.
Because it was like a really big, nice mansion.
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
that
yeah.
the one where we went to? Because I remember, I think it was like a rented place, whatever, but it was all the thing that was during the day, and they were like, at night, it gets crazy.
I don't
Because
remember.
they had a really nice big pool out back with like rocks and stuff. You know, I mean, it was the whole thing.
No,
But I don't know
no,
whether
no,
that
no.
was the
That
same
was
thing.
that was.
But do you remember that?
So that was, I think, 2001's anniversary party.
Oh, maybe that's what
that
it was.
was.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
and they rented that house
Yeah,
over here.
because there was a lot of.
Yeah,
I love that you and Galvin used to hang out, but only for sex parties.
Yep.
dude, we went to three. We nailed 3 sex parties that we went to.
Yeah.
No, but so at the night movers party is 2 things that I witnessed. One is why I believe Ron Jeremy truly was a rapist. Because I saw him just invade girls' privacy and touch them and without asking and do the other thing, but because he thought that he could do that. Like he thought, I'm Ron Jeremy.
Right,
That's
right.
just what I'm allowed to do. Like I didn't see it as him being rapey. I saw him as him being entitled.
One of the parties I got invited to, Ron Jeremy was also going to the party.
Sure.
And I was at the club. He was doing an appearance, and same thing. He was all grabbing on all the girls and stuff in the VIP. And I just remembered that when you said Ron Jeremy, I remember the owner, and there was like, oh yeah, Ron Jeremy's coming to this one tonight, and he was going to the party afterwards, which they call it the key party, which I don't know if it was like a cocaine thing.
That's when you get the key. No,
But-
you leave the key in the
bowl.
bowl, and then you pick a key out.
Pick one.
Yeah.
Yes,
We know
that's what it
it's
was
up.
with the robes.
By the way, 100% not making excuses for Ron Jeremy, but I believe Ron Jeremy is like a little kid that nobody ever told him no.
Exactly.
So that little
He's
kid would just do whatever he
entitled.
want.
Yeah.
And so then he's Ron Jeremy, legend Ron Jeremy, and just goes around grabbing and doing whatever he wants. And nobody really says no because he's Ron Jeremy, and then he just thinks he can do that anywhere. And then he got old and gross, and people moved on, and time went by, and they were like, "Hey, you can't do that, dude."
But
You
But
know?
also
I
in
think-
that industry,
Right.
It's, you know what I mean? There is a very gray area where you're on screen doing those things.
That
So
gray
what
area
just
was
do
his
them in
pubes.
real life?
Yeah.
Once it's a gray area, you should retire.
When I was around him, it wasn't like we were at a strip club. It was like a club,
Yeah.
but it was like a restaurant club thing.
But-
and it was all college girls, and he's, just
Groping them all.
gorgeous, and he's just grabbing their ass.
Okay, but then think about this. You're Ron Jeremy, and in your entire life, women are coming up and saying, "Can I see it?
Yep.
Can I hold it?
Yeah.
Can I take a picture? Can you? I'm gonna take my boobs out in the picture. This, that." He's doing that all the time, so he assumes everyone wants
Do you
that.
remember he did it to Dinah?
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
was grabbing Dinah when he came in the studio, but she
putting her hand, moving her hand
in
over.
his,
and
in his
him-
defense, she did it to him first.
Yeah.
I
so.
think it just for him it was, even though it's wrong, it became normalized.
That's the thing, it was
wherever-
normal for
wherever you
him.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make it right, but
Right,
just that's
still.
who you are. You know,
That's what you're known for. Yeah, like it's
But there were
hard
girls-
to differentiate.
the girls were definitely like grossed out and freaked out by it, and he's just like grabbing on them and stuff, and you could tell that they weren't really enjoying it.
Yeah.
The grossest thing that I saw was at that night moves party. I was standing at the sink in the kitchen, and right outside the window was a porn star named Phoenix Black. She must have weighed 80 pounds soaking wet. She was super skinny, and she was going down on Scotty Schwartz, who was the kid from The Toy. Remember? Yes. Remember him?
Yeah.
And he had some sort of, I'm going to say this word, but it's not that. I don't think it was. He had some sort of wart-looking thing on his wiener.
Oh.
And maybe not, it was like a bubble almost. It was disgusting. I'll never unsee it.
Joe
I'll
said,
never-
"Oh,
Oh, yeah.
No.
I'll never unsee it. It was absolutely hard.
did that kid just become a porn star? Is that what he?"
It wasn't a porn star. He was. Can you picture him as a little kid?
Yeah, in the movie.
He looks like that as an adult, only fatter. And he couldn't do movies, so he did adult version of that movie. But he did not have the porn attributes whatsoever. He did not have a big schlong. He did not have good
Abs.
looks. Yeah, he had none of that. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, did you ever back in the day attend any of those Matt Geiger parties?
Yeah.
I did, but none of them were ever like sex parties. He just always had a lot of hot chicks there. Like, I'm sure that when Matt was there with his closest friends, they got down. But I mean, when I was there at the pool and all that, it would just always be smoking hot chicks.
Did you ever hear any stories of the other parties there? I got hired to work one.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
He hired an entire television camera crew to come in with a video switcher, decks, full production crew with headsets and cameras. And basically there were rooms with pool tables and strippers. And he'd be like, come in here, film this, come in here.
Yeah.
Then there'd be a football player looking at you wanting to kick your ass because you got a camera. He'd go, don't film that, come in here. And that was the whole night. 2 security guards with a bowl of cocaine between them at the entry point.
Yeah, it sounds about.
That-
I don't know about the cocaine, but I mean, I've been there for the parties, and there was always a bunch of smoking hot chicks. I was not there, thankfully, during the video times, but appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
We did a voyeur dorm party there one year.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he had the nicest house in Tampa Bay by far, with the nicest pool you'll ever see,
Oh,
with the
that was-
grotto and all those other things. And there were always stories about what went on in the grotto. But I mean, that was also a professional basketball player who was young and single and multimillionaire. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily like sex party as it was just him being cool. Those were fun days. Can I tell you that the first time I went to his house, which was before he had the big estate, he had a house in Boot Ranch. He had like a big condo. And after Ybor City, we all went back to his house for like an after party one night. And there was an Asian guy with a sword, and there were two Chihuahuas jumping over each other, and two ladies there that didn't speak English. And I went, I don't know what's going on. I'm in a movie
And it was
right
being
now.
hosted by a 7-foot tall guy.
Right. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. This is the most surreal thing I've ever been a part of. Those are the fun days. Those are when there were no rules.
Oh,
You
the
could
good
just do
old
it.
days,
The
Michael.
good old days,
Yeah.
Joe. When you were
Mhm.
just traveling around the world filming people having sex.
Yeah.
Were you on the bus too?
Yeah, that was. Let me tell you, taking 8 girls across country in an RV.
Yeah.
Does not. Might sound great.
It's not.
Right,
It
yeah.
ain't. It ain't great
Because
at all.
all those girls think that they're A-list
Yeah.
superstars.
And they all got a problem. My boyfriend needs this. I got to go here. It's always just a
And
nightmare.
who's doing drugs and who's
Right.
doing the others. Yeah,
Mhm.
trust me. As a guy who wrangled
You know.
strippers for a morning show, I have no envy towards anybody who had to travel with them.
Mhm.
Although I got to tell you, I probably had some fun moments.
Yeah.
Now at Club Hito, I did see a lot of people
Doing it?
in a group doing it in a hot tub, and I said to myself, I
Gross.
will never go in that hot tub.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it'd be very appealing.
Yeah. I've seen stuff like that.
Carmen,
You know.
Yes.
more questions for you.
Okay. I was gonna say you haven't asked me any questions.
Do you, I know how you feel about Chad,
Yeah.
and I know you're enamored with him and in love with him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Is there a part of you, like Diddy, that would watch Chad make sweet love to another lady?
No.
No, right?
Absolutely not.
That's how I feel about my wife. There's no way I want to see
Carmen
that.
got mad at you.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. I
Like,
don't, some people that's a turn on. Most people it's not.
What if he asked
Like-
you? I said, "Oh, that's what I want for my birthday."
he gets punched in the face.
Oh.
No.
You what
No.
about it? What about just a threesome?
No.
Really?
I can say in the
Too insecure?
yeah, for sure.
Mm.
And I don't think that's insecure. I just think we're at a level now where no, I don't want to share him. I can say for the first 2 years when we were, still when we were new
Yeah.
and we didn't know how long this was going to be, and we were in that fun stage, 100%.
Yeah.
You
But-
would add a threesome?
But that would have ruined the relationship.
Oh, but no, that might have made
Oh.
you stronger.
No.
You might have been
because-
like, you know what? After this, I feel like, no.
No, because that would have opened the door.
Mm.
And then from then on, it would be, can we? And if I say no, he's like, well, we did it before.
Mm.
And you know what I mean? And then who knows? Like I think he would respect that now. But in that time, who knows? It could have been like, oh, well, if we're not going to do this anymore, then I don't want to be with you. You know what I mean?
Also, if you would have had a threesome, then anytime you and Chad, if you got serious, anytime you guys argue, you'd be like, why don't you have Michelle do it for you?
Right.
Oh.
Because we have been, that has been proposed to us.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By Ashley?
No.
Oh,
Don't
too
tell him
bad.
who,
Okay.
Carmen. Don't tell him who.
Yeah, don't.
Wait, you too?
By people we know?
No.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
So I can say, I can say this. It happened when we went to Vegas and
Oh.
went to the strip club.
Yeah.
Someone was like,
Yeah, I
"Do
think
you
that
want-"
just happens out there a lot.
Yeah,
Sure.
but the girl was like, "Do you want me to come back to your hotel with you guys?" And Chad was like,
What would that have run?
"I have no idea," because it was like, "No, thanks. We just want to dance." You know.
Yeah.
Chad
When
was-
we went to Paul McCartney over in Orlando, and my wife and I were waiting for an Uber, a couple tried to pick us up.
Really?
Yeah.
When I was at Chili's last week, waiting for my
Wait.
food to pick up.
I don't believe you.
And the crazy thing is, it also happened when Chad and I were first hooking up back in the day, like in 2012,
Right.
like when we were just buddies, you know? One of the other girls on our team tried to.
Oh, when you guys were
Muscle
for
in.
okay, yeah, when
Yeah,
he was
when-
the coach.
Yeah, when he was the coach, and we were just bang buddies.
Mm-hmm.
One of the other players was like, "Hey, can I come join you guys?" And
Really?
and we were both like, thought about it for a second. We were like, "No, that's too messy. No,
Man, I gotta get some of those abs.
too
Threesome
many."
always ends as a twosome.
Yeah,
So
it just.
Chad was the coach of the girls' team and just banging all the players.
Well,
Yeah, but they were
no.
all adults. It wasn't. It wasn't.
know,
It wasn't a
I
high
know.
school
Tell me
coach.
my karma.
I'm just saying. That's
I was 20, turning 21.
And that's how I met your mother.
like what a gig.
yeah,
Chad's a little dummy.
No, I get it. It just makes me hate him even more.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just pure envy.
If Chad told you he was going to start taking on, he was going to start like teaching girls how to golf and stuff, would you let him?
I'd go to all the lessons.
Yeah.
No, private lesson.
Yeah, private.
We don't want you here.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, I
Tops
mean,
off.
one, that wouldn't make sense because he's not a pro. So go find a pro. You don't need him to teach you.
Yeah.
But I mean, if he's gonna he can teach or coach. You know what I mean?
Right.
But obviously, I don't worry about him with kids.
No.
No,
You know what I
no,
mean?
no.
Like-
Nobody's saying that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
will clarify
but-
the team
Yes.
was adults.
Okay, yes. Well, we were adults, yes, but
Yes.
I'm saying, but now he is the head coach of a high school
Yeah,
football
yeah,
team.
We're not concerned about that.
This is
Yes.
years and years and years ago with
Yeah.
adults.
Wrong sex, wrong age.
Consenting adults.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm saying like there are kids now that ask him for like private coaching lessons. Obviously, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like as an adult, I mean, obviously I have like my own issues. You know what I mean? Like I'm not worried. I am worried, but I'm not worried about him. You
Mm.
know?
That's good.
Yeah. But of course, I just have those thoughts. Like
I
don't
just
know.
think out of all of us on the show, you and Chad would be most likely to do freaky stuff.
Mm.
right, but
Right.
we do it together.
Right.
And
But I mean, like freakoffs and things like that.
I think it's Joe.
You do?
Yeah.
I think it's
I don't
Joe.
think Joe has it
See?
anymore. And
No.
also, Sugar Pants doesn't seem like
Yeah.
she's that weird.
And I'm well past my prime years.
I think it's Galvin.
You do?
Yeah.
Galvin
Only-
said-
We
Galvin
all-
said,
Yeah.
We all think different people.
Yeah. But
Nobody
only
thinks
be-
it's me. Clearly.
Well, you've only been with one lady.
Yeah. I'm a nerd, a loser.
that doesn't make you a nerd or a loser.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I was
I think
with her-
that's a sweet story.
I've been with her a long time.
But I don't think that makes you a nerd or a loser. If you've locked in, you've locked in.
No.
That's
I think
it.
it makes you a nerd and a loser. How you like that?
Why do you think Galvin is the freaky one?
because Jenny seems like a lot of fun.
She
Yeah.
is.
And she seems like
It's true. He never tried to kill her in a plane crash.
right, but she seems more open-minded than anybody else's wife.
Yeah, the fact that Galvin likes to spend a lot of time with his wife,
Right.
I think is very telling.
She's probably very fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is fun.
Yeah. See, I think he's done it.
What do you think
I
he's
don't
done?
know.
He's done some freak off stuff.
Oh yeah.
Galvin, what say you?
See?
He didn't say no. He said,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does-
Think about
he
he's
does
got
go
a
to
new
Ve-
Pete.
Does go to Vegas a lot.
Oh,
He's got a Pete.
It's
now.
gonna Pete now.
He's got a Pete now. They hang out a lot.
I met Pete. Pete's very fun.
And he's good looking, and so is his girl or wife. I don't know what that
Oh, we're not banging Pete and Loretta. Take it easy.
I was gonna say you and your Pete go way different than me and my Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is
I mean, I
interesting.
think that's what comes with a Pete.
You get that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you have the friendly fire. Like just that's.
oh,
Why did you have to bring that
I'm
up?
just saying that's what
This was
comes
a long
with
time ago.
when you have a Pete. That's it.
Every
all
time
part
you
of
say
it.
it, my arm burns.
It's like when some of the phantom limbs, they cut off an arm.
Yeah.
You can still feel
I
it.
could totally feel it. Oh. Wouldn't it be weird though if Gio ended up being Gio and his wife ended
No
up being
way.
that?
That would be
way too
shocking.
vanilla.
It
Yeah.
would be more likely that Gio's just murdering women. You know what I mean? Like,
Right. Like
and Jamie doesn't know anything about it.
like
Probably
that
not.
guy in what was it, like Long Island or something? That rich guy
Yeah,
that murdered
yeah.
a bunch of people. Yeah.
The beach, guilty,
Yeah.
beach, whatever. Kill, yeah.
I hide
Or the
my.
BTK.
I like to hide my anger deep inside.
Mm.
He's the BK killer instead of BTK. BK stands for Burger King. Get it?
Yeah, I got it. I figured it out. Thanks.
Poor Gio.
not you.
You know there's gonna be AI pictures of you as the BK murderer tomorrow.
Apparently, Big Dick's just got nothing else to do.
He doesn't. That's the problem. Yeah.
Just sit at home. Just
Gio abducts a lady and then makes her get him burgers and fries and
burgers,
feed it to him and stuff, and then he kills him. Well, I'm done with my meal.
Yep.
What to do next?
All right, we got to take a break. Coming up at the top of the hour, another chance to win $1,000 is happening with the Mike Calta Vacay Payday, and Stuttering John's going to join us next. We'll tell you where you can see him doing comedy and find out what he's been up to when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
I mean, we're talking about it. It's almost 9 o'clock now, so yeah, bang it.
Carmen,
do it now.
Do it.
Okay.
The Mike Calta Summer Vacay Payday. This hour's keyword is
June.
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 June. Okay.
June. June.
June.
Yes. So go over to the 102.5 The Bone app and put that in there, the keyword in June, and you get a chance at $1,000.
I'm putting it in right now.
Do it. Good
not
luck,
eligible.
Gio. I don't think you can win.
Oh,
But
damn it.
let's go to the hotline and welcome back to the show. This is John Melendez, known affectionately as Stuttering John. John, how are you, buddy?
Hey, how are you, Mike?
Good to talk to you. John, what were you in town doing? You were doing an autograph signing over here?
Yeah, in Tampa at the Tampa Fairgrounds.
Yeah. How was that?
It was okay. I mean, but it was more like it was more like all these sports baseball card people, you know. So I was, I mean, I was like a nobody there, but hell.
Yeah,
hell,
that's a weird kind of thing. Although I would imagine do they do like Howard Stern conventions? I would imagine between all the past employees and whack packers and things like that, that would be something interesting to go to.
Yeah, I'm doing Eternal Con in July at Hofstra, and that's more of just like, you know, entertainers as opposed to sports guys. But enough about this. Now let's get back to this Carmen. Oh my God! Now I know why you called the Bone. She's got a hell of a voice.
Yeah, don't let it fool you though. She's mediocre at best. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I mean, if she looks halfway as good as she sounds, I was like, oh my God, who is this Chad guy?
Yeah, she's adorable, and Chad is just he's enough to make you feel bad about yourself. He's got abs and he's in great shape, and he's a football coach. So there's no
he
no
must
winning.
have some kind of magic wand because she's like, nobody can have my Chad. God, I wish a girl would say that about me.
Completely whipped over him. I've been married for 23 years. I don't think my wife cares a fraction about me as Carmen does about Chad.
I know, she's totally in love with this guy.
Yeah,
I'm not sharing it with anybody.
Yeah.
I love him.
Must be nice. Speaking of Chads, let me ask you about this. What is this eternal fight between you and Chad Zumock?
Who is that?
Oh, come on. I listen to me.
There's no fight on my end. I mean, you know.
But I saw a thing the other day. I don't know. So I don't know. Listen, I know that there's a group of nerds, and Chad Zumock is one of them, that go on the internet and make fun of other people's podcasts and all that. They did that to me. I don't care. I blow that stuff off. But I did see a video the other day of you saying that you would fight Chad Zumock, and that I would like to see.
Oh, I would. Oh, believe me, if I ever ran into him, it would be his worst nightmare.
I can arrange that.
I mean, the guy came to my house and put an anti-trans thing on my door when he knew I was in St. Petersburg doing stand-up, and I have a transgender child, and he thought that would be. That would be funny, but no, I don't take it that way. So yeah,
no, you don't mess with people. You don't mess with people's kids.
Yeah, but he has. I mean, this guy just needs somebody to scream at who's way more famous. I mean, well, he's not famous at all, but like this whole thing they call the Dabbleverse, Mike, is just everybody focused on me. You would think I was George Clooney. You would think I was Chad.
I saw.
I mean, Carmen's Chad. Not
Yeah. I am amazed that they have spent about. No offense to you, John, but you're not that interesting to spend that much time talking about. Yeah, I know you would. But I would if you and Chad want to fight, I would love to arrange that.
Yeah, but why would I want to? even give him an ounce of fame.
No, I get that.
Like,
I get that. I understand that.
You know what I mean?
You're
If it was
going
ever
down.
going to happen, if it was ever going to happen, it would not be, where he could actually make money because the guy is broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, no.
All right. I was just
guy in an apartment.
I was just curious about that because I did see that you said that if you ever caught up with them that you would. So I was like, well, man, I can arrange that. But I get it. You don't want to stoop down to his level.
No, it's like all these guys are challenging. They all want to to fight me because if they fight me, then they'll get oh look, this is the guy who fought Stuttering John. Mike, it is an absurd world. That's why I stopped podcasting because it's just like, I mean, any time, any minute, there's about 2 shows going on, just watching clips from me from 10 years ago and commenting on, on how many nose hairs I have hanging out of my
John, I will tell you this. I can, every once in a while, I could pick up the book Private Parts or watch a YouTube video of you. The stuff that you did with celebrities back in the day was by far the best. I mean, you put yourself in some of the situations that you put it in, but it was hilarious, and nobody was doing that before. No matter what anybody says now, they can't take that away from you.
No, and it's weird because when I was on the Tonight Show, Carmen, I was the announcer. On the Tonight Show.
Chad wasn't the announcer on the Tonight Show.
That's right.
I know I'm no Chad, but but yeah, like it's weird because Sacha Baron Cohen was there, and Ollie G was a total takeoff of me, and also. And then Triumph the Insult Dog was just me with a puppet.
Yeah.
It's just, but hey, look, what they say, imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Right.
But,
yeah,
I mean,
I get it. I mean, all I'm saying is that what you did was really, it was some of the funniest and most ballsiest, there weren't people with a lot of nuts like that back in the day doing those sort of things, and it was great.
I asked OJ if he would sign my knife. I mean, come on, nobody was doing that.
Was there anybody you were actually afraid of, or you were like, "This is going to be a bad one"?
Yeah, John Amos from
Good Times.
Remember the guy from Good Times?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was at a softball. It was a celebrity charity softball game, and he had this big bat on him. And I'm asking him weird kind of racial questions, and I'm going, this guy is going to kill me.
Who is the best sport?
Well, he was, because then he goes, because as I was asking him a question, he goes, let me ask you a question. How the F do you get this job with a speech impediment? He was great, but I'll tell you, Mike, Joan Rivers had the best out of anybody, and she was so funny. And I just said, Joan, do you think ugly people should be allowed to have children? And she said no, and I told your mother that.
I'll tell you one that sticks out in my head. I remember you asking John Goodman a question, and he turned and looked at you with the death eye, and then he looks at you and he goes, "Are you Stuttering John?" He was so excited when he saw you.
Yeah, and that's what the great Norm Macdonald, when I started it, everyone would finally, get into it, and they all would. I'm stuttering.
Yeah.
They would recognize me.
Yeah.
And so Howard would send other people, and he sent somebody to Norm Macdonald. He goes, "How do I want Stuttering John." So it was fun, man.
So
how you doing in Tampa? I mean, I just moved here.
Yeah, what are you doing? Are you down in Cape Coral area?
Yeah, Cape Coral. I just bought a boat, and it's beautiful. Oh, Carmen! I mean, we were on the boat. Yeah.
Can Chad go?
Yeah, sure. I'll throw him overboard.
Where are you getting all your money from? You got Tonight Show money left over, or where are you getting most of your money from?
Yeah, I have 2 pensions from the Writers Guild. I was a staff writer, and also I was in SAG. I am in SAG-AFTRA, and I get 2 pensions. So now I'm just kind of really enjoying life. I mean, my kids are all older. I got 2 of my youngest are in college, and my youngest is in Harvard. Actually, Carmen, you hear that?
Now, let me ask you, John. I asked this about a lot of celebrities because I have teenage kids. Do your kids, did they think you were cool at any point, or you just, or how does that work out? Like, I'm always trying to make myself seem cool to my kids. You seem like you might have had even a tougher job doing that too.
No, I mean they thought it was cool that they were, like going all these like great events and everything, and they thought that was pretty cool. But then it all turns, because then they go back and and then watch us at doing butt bongo fiesta, and suddenly I ain't that cool anymore.
I don't know. That made you a little bit cooler to me when I was a kid. So let me ask you this, because you brought this up. You have a transgender child. May I ask, male to female, female to male?
Female to male.
And was that difficult for you, or do you? I don't know. I guess when it's your kid, you automatically have that love for your kid, right? You're just gonna support the kid.
I'm so liberal. It didn't. I don't. I mean, like any of that stuff doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, even when she told me, and after the conversation, she said, "Dad, as liberal as you are, I couldn't imagine this going any better." Because really, I just want people to be happy.
Right.
I don't care what their sexuality is. It means nothing to me.
No, I don't. I feel the same way. I feel like we're only here for a certain amount of time, and whatever you need to do to be happy during that time is fine with me, as long as it doesn't affect other people, and that's fine with me.
I mean, let me ask you, Mike, do you have a boy or a girl?
Both. I have a 19-year-old son and a 12-year-old daughter.
All right, so if any of them came out to you and said, like, I'm gay or whatever, are you really gonna have any real strong, like bad feeling towards it?
No, my feeling, if my child was gay or transgender, would probably be the same exact that your feeling was. Is that my only feeling towards it would be fear that they would be treated differently. That's the only thing that I'd be worried about. I wouldn't care either way.
So let me ask a question, Mike. So if in fact you did have a transgender child and some nobody like a hack comic came to your door and put some anti-trans stuff to your door, wouldn't you want to do what I would I would do? If
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I gotta tell you, I don't mess with people's kids. I mean, I've been in a lot of radio situations, and these sort of ridiculous things, and you just don't mess with people's kids at all. And no matter whether they're trans or not trans, there's certain lines you don't cross, and that's crossing a line. So,
but that's the thing, Mike. Like, because we have kids, so we understand.
Yeah.
But those that don't have kids don't understand it. So they're just gonna they don't have the same unconditional love that we have.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And hopefully that's a life lesson that you can learn as you get older and you mature. We're talking Stuttering John, John Melendez, who is going to be doing comedy tonight at Captain Brian's Off the Hook Comedy Club. What do you just have a one-nighter there?
Yeah, just a one-nighter. It's the first time. I mean, I just moved here in July. So this is and I appreciate Captain Brian. Yeah. I mean, he's the captain as well, and I'm the worst captain. Red right return. I can't believe, I'm the worst boat ever. But the other day I was in the boat, and we had dolphins jumping and following us the whole way. It was so cool.
Yeah, it's amazing those are all the things that you have to get used to when you're first down here in Florida. I want to come out on the boat. Where do we go? We go fishing? What do? You just hang out?
Yeah, anytime, Mike. I would love to. Do you ever come to the Cape?
I do. So next time, I don't know how far you are from Captain Brian's, but every once in a while, I get a buddy or somebody who's doing stand up down there, and I'll come down there and hang out for the weekend. So for sure, next time I come down there, I would love to hang out.
And you can stay at my house. I mean, I got a great house, and thankfully my house is built in 2023, so so it's hurricane proof, because we're like, I mean, I was on the, we just had that hurricane, and man, that's one thing that stinks. Mike, how do you deal with it out here with the hurricanes? I mean,
it's ridiculous.
It's terrifying.
Let me tell you, I just put a generator in for the first time this year after the last hurricane, because I'll never go another day without air conditioning in this house. As a fat guy, it is not good to be in your house alone with no AC. So trust me, that's the first thing. But yeah, especially down there, you guys got beat up. So hopefully it skips you for the next couple of years.
Yeah, no, I hope, because else I got to take the boat out of the water, and then I got to, I got to store it. But I would love for you to come out, and I'll take you to Lobster Lady.
Hey, you talk to Jay Leno often or no?
Not probably the last time I saw him when I was in LA. He was at Flappers and he crushed it. And he was with his wife. And then we were backstage. And then suddenly, like a week later, like we heard that she's in a conservatorship now.
Yeah, not
and yeah, and I had no idea. But I mean, she seemed fine to me. But Jay is one of the best. I'll tell you, Mike. Talk about different people. I mean, Howard was great in a lot of ways, but Jay is definitely the most generous boss you could ever hope for.
Yeah, I remember
just a sweetheart.
You told us about that, and I often think about that. I do. I mean, grew up listening to Howard, listening to you, and certainly watched Jay over the time, and felt weird about Jay because I was such a Howard fan, but then got to have Jay on the show and talk to him a little bit and realize what a nice guy he was. And you learn a lot by talking to somebody. I like Jay a lot, and after his first appearance on the show, I had a whole new respect for him. And it was he talked about the Howard stuff, he talked about the Letterman stuff. He's not a guy who hides from anything, and I had a whole lot of respect for him. I really enjoyed when we had him on the show.
Oh no, he's a class act, and I probably told you this, Mike, but I mean, the best part of Jay was when Jimmy Fallon was when NBC again was gonna they were gonna move Jimmy Fallon in. They wanted Jay to leave while they promoted the Olympics. So it was in February, but Jay's contract wasn't up until I believe September. And, and they were like, well, Jay, would you step down? Jay said, yeah, okay, I'll leave. But on the one condition, you pay the staff, the 150 people that worked for him, you pay them their full salaries up until September. So, I mean, yeah, and then I got like a 6-figure check. I mean, all in a lump sum, and Jay did that for us.
Wow. That's
that's something that Howard would never, ever do.
No, Howard, they definitely seem different with money and looking out for other people. Let me ask you this, John, and I heard recently that Howard, I don't know if it's because of therapy or because he's getting older or what the situation is, I heard that he has been calling people from his past, like John DeBella and some other radio guys that he was particularly.
I guess he doesn't have my number, Mike.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. You don't think there's ever any time that he'll say, "Hey, listen, I reflect on the situation. I realize that you left for a better job," and none of that. No talking to them at all.
Well, I love Howard. If I saw Howard on the street, I'd give him I would give him a big hug. I love his wife Beth. I mean, she's great. And if Howard ever asked me or called me, it would be totally. I would love to hear from him. I don't have anything. Look, I mean, if you work with someone that long, and I was in his inner circle. I was sleeping at his house in Southampton, and I was. And I was having dinner with him and Ozzy, and it was. I mean, he was a great friend. So
what about Gary?
I would love if he called me.
You don't talk to Gary either.
Probably. I would. Gary's a nice guy. I don't really have anything bad to say. Even Fred.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Mike, the Howard Stern show, like the OG, that was putting like 7 people from dysfunctional families in one room and just watching the fireworks.
Right.
Because we were all like freaks.
Yeah. No, I get it, man. I mean, I get it. And I also know that things change and lives change and people go in different directions. I was just curious because sometimes I feel like as I'm older now, as time goes on, things get, they seem a little less important and you start thinking about it. And especially when I was hearing that Howard was making those phone calls, I was wondering if he ever reached out to you. But it is what it is.
Well, I will tell you that, I'm going to stutter here. Yeah, R's are very hard, Mike. Robin did call me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she called me just like out of nowhere and just said, John, I was calling to apologize. I said, for what? She goes, if I ever treated you badly. And I guess she was in some kind of like cult thing, like Landmark or Hallmark, where she had to call everybody and like apologize. Yeah. And then, so I mean, I would love if Howard did the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, how great would it be if he did? Bring me back for a day, bring Artie back for a day, bring Jackie back for a day. It would, the fans would love that.
John, I will tell you, as a longtime fan of that show, from talking about from when I was in high school to my mom, when I was in grade school, my mother used to listen to NBC. There was no better time than that late 90s with when you and Artie were there at the same time. Those were the best years to me. Even before
Oh,
satellite,
God.
before that, those were the best years. You find an AJ Benza and the Trump stuff and all that stuff. Those are the greatest years, and I've learned so much about radio from listening to that and knowing what I wanted to do from listening to those years.
Well, you did pretty good on your own there, Mike. But
it's all right. It's worked out.
I'll tell you, Artie is one of the funniest people. Jay and Artie are two of the funniest people just naturally. Like, I would have lunch or dinner with any of them, and they just are always like naturally funny, which is not many people, are like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, I've gotten to hang out with Artie a couple of times, and I've experienced that. So, all right, listen to me. It's good to catch up with you. Go see Stuttering John. He's going to be tonight at Captain Brian's Off the Hook Comedy Club. You can easily find online, offthehookcomedy.com, I believe is what it is. But you just Google it. It comes right up.
Yeah, Off the Hook tonight at 7. Carmen, please come. Don't bring Chad. And it should be a good show. And Mike, the next time I'm in Tampa, let's do this live.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's good to catch up with you and have a great show.
Thanks so much for having me, and take care, Carmen. Say hi to Chad for me.
Adorable. See you, buddy. There you go, John Melendez. He's a nice guy. I feel like out of all the like Spanish left this show in a weird way.
Right.
But if Spanish would have come to me and said, listen, I'm getting an offer from a television show to pay me 8 times what I'm getting paid, I'd be like, go. If he said it was another radio show, I would be like, go. You got to do what's always good for you. I always told Spanish, because they remember when Hot first came on, they were talking about maybe moving them over there and doing some stuff there, and I said, Spanish, I will only support it if it is a better opportunity for you. I'm not going to tell you to take something that's a lateral move or something. But if it's a good opportunity, of course I'm going to tell you to take it. Even Dinah left and went and did a show in a bigger market in Texas. She was doing good.
Wasn't the big, if I remember correctly, wasn't the big hang up at the time that Howard thought Jay went behind his back and was poaching his staff, basically, because he didn't come to him and didn't ask him about it, and he found out about it after the fact.
Yeah, but even Jay, when we asked Jay about that, Jay was like, here's John. He's worked there for all these years. He makes $30,000 a year. We're giving him a chance to make $300,000. Why do I have to go to Howard for that? That's something that I talked to John about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wasn't poaching his staff. He was giving one guy an opportunity. It wasn't like he was like taking writers and all these other things. He just picked one guy that he thought would be good to help him relate to a street audience. Because remember, Jay did all those street things.
It was a big part of the show.
Yeah,
so you're trying to lift a part of someone else's show to add to yourself because you got more money.
Yeah.
I can see where the anger, that.
But did he have more money, or did he just not pay him?
Well, probably both. Yeah.
I mean, at that point, if you really want somebody, cough up the cash and keep them.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I get it. I get why Howard would be mad at Jay.
Yeah,
I don't see why Howard's mad at John.
I'm saying that's, I think, I remember that was seemed to be the hang up.
But being mad
at
Jay is fine, but what are you mad at John for?
I think he was. I think he hated Jay.
Yeah, but what are you mad at John for? What did John do other than take a good opportunity for his family?
Right, but I think it's also, it's better for me to be mad and make a big deal out of this than just be like, John left and it was good luck, John.
No,
yeah. But if you felt that you had kind of done it behind your back, then you like if you'd found out, like, say Galvin or I or somebody was going to work on another show and we've been like colluding about it the whole time, and you found out last, I don't think you'd be like, oh, cool, I'm happy that you've been probably lifting stuff from this show.
It depends on what it was. If it was another radio show, probably not. It would make me, especially if it was my competition and all that. If you were going to work on a TV show and you were moving to Los Angeles and you were doing something like Dinah went to another radio show, but it didn't compete with me. I didn't care. I was happy that she had an opportunity to do something else.
But what if I'm taking one of the most popular segments of the show and I'm going to go do it over there?
Or what if Gio just one day left and then he was on Afternoons with John Senning?
That's different though. That's still competing with me. It's in the same market. That's still that would make me mad.
Slot.
It's still competition.
I can see the Howard point of view, where because he was. I mean, sorry, John.
Howard's
you're lifting
point
a
of
huge
view.
Point of the big segment on the show. You're lifting to go do elsewhere.
Gio, if you came to me and you said, I'm being offered $600,000 or $300,000 to do a job you're paying me $30,000 to do, and you said, I'd say I can only pay you 100,000, and if you said I can't take this, I'd have to go. Okay, I get it.
If it went down that way, but if it said, "Hey, so for the last month, I've been working with another morning show."
No, that's different. That's different.
For the last month, I've been working with another morning show. They're going to offer me 3 times what I make here, so I'm leaving next week, and I'll be doing all the segments we do on this show on that show.
Yeah, but also, you know how that doesn't happen? Pay the people properly in the first place.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I mean, I don't
Especially
know.
when you have $100 million, whatever.
I don't know if that's how I understood based on listening to Howard, how that went down, that it was all behind his back, and Jay was just lifting stuff from the show to go do on his show.
I believe he's a little bit of a
little
neurotic and a little
bit of, and this is what 20 years ago.
Yeah,
you know.
Listen, if I'm John, I'm having a great time. I've got a solid 20 years working on the most successful radio show in the history of radio, and now I'm going to the Tonight Show. I take that and I run.
Yeah,
and he was with the Tonight Show for like 10 years.
Yeah, and like you said, he's in two guilds. He's in the Screen Actors Guild and the Writers Guild.
Yeah.
I think if you find out after the fact, though, you'd be a little pissed off about it.
Yeah. So listen, I'll be honest with you. When I found out about Dinah, I was mad because Ralphie hooked that up.
Yeah,
I was mad at Ralphie because Ralphie went kind of behind my back to go do it. But Ralphie said, you and I have talked about it. Dinah's kind of burnt out here. She's not really doing much. So I told her about this opportunity that was available to her to do something different. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I wish you would have come to me first, but I know you were trying to do good. So I wasn't mad at Ralphie about it. I was mad for a minute. You know what I mean? But I in the end of the day, it was good for everybody.
Yeah, probably.
And now we have sweet, sweet Carmen.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
Who loves every second of being here.
I do.
Mm-hmm. As much as
Stop
she
fixing
loves
your hair.
You know what? Son of a bitch.
All right, I got to take a break. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. I'll hit your phone calls when we come back. This is 1025 The Bone. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Morning, Mike. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good, buddy. You know what's funny is I was thinking of this because I've been listening to you guys for a long time. It's been long enough for somebody that has been listening to the show for, let's say, a year or so. That could be like, there was a guy on the show that for 14 years. What's his name again?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if somebody could.
It's weirder to us.
Yeah.
It's weirder to us. Trust me. Every once in a while, we're just like, hey, remember Spanish?
Yeah, when you guys were talking about earlier I'm sorry, I think this was yesterday when saying something about Dizzy being the new Spanish. I was just thinking, oh yeah, that's right. He was. It's just usually when you have such a dynamic person that's been on for so long, especially for people like myself that have been listening to this since even afternoons. And they leave, it does take an impact.
You expect to lose.
It doesn't seem like it took an impact at all.
Yeah, you expect to lose something. That's not the take. I think that's the more credit to us than it is an insult to Spanish. I think that we
100%.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to beat up on Spanish.
We did it, guys.
Appreciate the call, sir.
Way to go.
It's a matter of at that point you have to go. There's two things: either we replace them with somebody else, or you just move on. And there was really nobody waiting to replace him, so we just moved on. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, what's up there, Medicine Man?
Oh, it's Medicine Man. Did you know that?
Thank you for letting us know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a kick. I mean, I couldn't. That was Stuttering John. I used to watch him on the Howard Stern show years ago.
Sure, the Channel 9 show. That was good stuff.
That was a hell of good stuff back then.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is my name's Nick. I heard that you guys might have Glass Animals tickets.
Nick, Carmen, do we have Glass Animals tickets for Nick?
We do not.
We do not. Sorry, Nick.
Oh,
We
You
gave
heard
away
it
our one pair yesterday.
all. I'm sorry, Nick. I would have given them to you. I'm good like that. I would have just blown them out because I don't even know what Glass Animals are. I'm old now. These young kids' music gets past me.
Glass Animals are a British indie rock band
Hello.
formed in England in 2010.
Oh, they've been around for a while.
Yeah.
Arch nemesis of balloon animals.
No.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
How do you not know? How do you not know?
I don't know.
I said to Joe, your mic's. I go, your mic's not on. And he goes,
He defiantly argued with you.
into a microphone that was off.
He actually said, "Yes, it is,"
And it was
into
not.
a microphone that was off.
And it's not.
Jesus Christ!
Defiantly.
Why do you shut it?
Yeah, I shut it because I crinkle this bag over here, and I don't want to aggravate anyone.
Oh, I got you.
You're telling that to the guy that sneezes and burps
Right.
and everything
Yeah,
into the
that
microphone
doesn't
constantly.
mean I want to do it.
Well, I mean,
crinkling the bag's much more offensive than
Yeah, well,
sneezing.
I don't want to upset anyone.
Yo,
it's
just-
more upsetting
Yeah.
that you're over there going.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I'll keep
Mike
it on all
Calta
the
Show.
time.
Good morning. Hello.
Is your mic on?
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Yes, please stop calling women pumpkin. It's
No. Mike Calta Show. Hello.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, sir.
Hey, looking for some electric
No.
pickle?
Let's not turn into that. The one guy got away with it, and that's it. I don't even know what else we have to give away. I don't want to start that. We'll win tomorrow. We'll play some sort of game where you can win something and win your tickets.
If you calling women pumpkin
Mm-hmm.
bothers you so much that you would call and tell you not to do it anymore,
Yes.
take a look. Take a look at yourself. See what's going on.
I thought that was the same guy that called the other day with his zinger.
Oh, is that the same guy?
I think it's the same guy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, that's not Steve.
Oh, it's not? Oh,
no,
okay.
that wasn't Steve.
You
That
didn't
was
even
just,
know that guy's name.
yeah.
That's
I-
hilarious.
I can recognize his voice every time I screen the call. I know who it is. I know it's going to be something dumb, and I just say, "Hi, Mike Calta Show. How can I help you?" And he starts talking, and I just put him on hold. I don't even want to hear it.
You have a better chance at calling up to say, I want to call Mike and tell him he's fat and stupid than you to call and tell me what to do and what not to do. It's the one thing that I have no respect for and don't care. I'm not here for that.
By the way, I love that I give people advice about what makes you do that. Like, what is wrong with? Meanwhile, I'm over here going, "Oh, I hate when this person." I do all the time. I know.
All right, I'm going to run through these calls before we get out of here.
Good.
Full board of phone calls. Mike Calta Show. Hello.
Good morning. My question's for Galvin.
Galvin, are you taking questions?
Yeah, I'll take
All right,
questions.
what do
Go
you got
ahead.
for Galvin?
So you mentioned your miles jumped from 3 to 500 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure your days didn't get switched from miles to kilometer?
I'm positive because I'm not a moron.
That's what are you saying? I'm a moron because I did that? He's saying he's taking a shot at me, man.
Exactly what
because
I was
I was
saying.
measuring my kilometers
Yeah.
in Disney World.
Yeah.
Jerk. Mike Calta Show. Oh, it's very loud. Very loud. Mike Calta Show low.
Hey, I was just wondering if I can get a pair of Pitbull toddler tickets.
No. Mike Calta Show low, but we are playing Friday at Whiskey Willie's. Hello.
You got electric boogaloo tickets?
Yes.
That's a yes.
Mike Calta Show low.
Mike Calta High School football rules.